hours of fair and honest discussions that go beyond the headlines of today's sports news.
In for a Tennessee touchdown!
From the Budweiser studios of 99.1 The Sports Animal, here are a couple of guys with over 30 years of combined knowledge of Tennessee sports. Here's Josh and Swain.
Good Thursday afternoon. Welcome in to Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. We are very excited to be with you for the next 3 hours. VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain is here. I'm Josh Ward. We invite you to join us at 865-656-9900. You can call or text in to be a part of the show over the next 3 hours, as we have a lot to cover, including the return of football, Jason Swain. Football is here.
Hey, August is here. Let's go. 8-1 in the house. Let's get it.
August 1st is the date.
Yes.
July was last month.
It was last month.
This is now August.
This is August. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We get football today.
Your Bears against the Houston Texans.
The Bears. That is correct. We get a little bit of football from the NFL side. Guys trying to make the squad.
Yep. It's the Hall of Fame game.
Yep, proving that they belong in the NFL, trying to carve out a spot for themselves so they can take care of their families. And then this month we get some college football.
30 days by the calendar until the Tennessee Vols play against UT Chattanooga.
Not a long time. Not a long time.
3 weeks from Saturday, we get regular season college games, including Florida State, Georgia Tech. It's 23 days right there.
Let's go Georgia Tech.
Pulling for the Yellow Jackets there?
I just got people I know on that staff. Ooh, I know people on the Florida State staff, too.
Look at you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Well, David Johnson on that staff, man. Got a lot of love for David Johnson and his family. And then, Anthony Parker, former teammate, is on the Georgia Tech staff. So got a lot of love for both of those guys. So I guess I have to be neutral.
That's what I like to see. Plus, you're new, but still media.
I'm definitely new media.
Birth certificate would say old media, but new media would be Swain's claim. How long do you stay
new media? New media is about a style.
Okay.
It's a style. It's a feeling. It's not on the birth certificate. That's all.
Day 2 of Tennessee football practice. 2 days down. They practiced again this morning.
Yep. Double down on that undefeated national championship talk.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see Brew McCoy out there. A little bit. Taking it step by step. And there's some guys that were taking it slow yesterday. I'm sure there's some guys taking it slow today. And, hey, it's all about the marathon. It's about you being able to be available in 30 days, being available when Tennessee needs you the most. So, one thing about this staff, they do a pretty good job of managing guys and not beating them into the ground.
Isn't it true yesterday practice began, it was July 31st? From July 31st to August 7th, you go one Wednesday to the next. Players can look different. They can feel different out there, especially if they're kind of working their way back in physically like Brew is. That was the case with him 2 years ago, right? When he arrived from USC, he had off-season surgery. I think the first couple of days of practice, he didn't look like he was in midseason form. A week or two later, he looked like he was closer to getting there.
Listen, man, first time I saw Brew McCoy on the practice field, I was like, he looks like a third-string receiver. He looks terrible. And then the next week, I was like, oh, man, he looks a whole lot better. And then before you know it, he was a first-team player. And then the Florida game, he's making plays down the football field. So you're absolutely right. You can look one way one week and then look totally different the next week. And Brew is working himself back from one of the most gruesome injuries that we've seen in the last couple of years. And for Brew, who has a lower extremity injury that he's working back from, being on the turf is like the worst thing you can be on when you compare it to being on the grass. And because of the rain, Tennessee's had to They've had to be on the artificial turf, the indoor, rather than being outside because they don't want to tear up the grass.
Yeah, the good thing Brew has it upstairs.
Absolutely.
He knows what to do, what's required, what he's facing coming back, all of that.
Brew's one of those guys you don't have to worry about his practice habits, his intensity level. If he knows what to do, he knows what to do. Brew wants to be out there because Brew wants to be that leader, and the best way to lead is actually being out there and doing it. And Brew wants to get better as a player because he has individual goals. If he accomplishes his individual goals, he's going to help the team accomplish the team goals. So Brew wants to be out there because he's a competitor and he has big dreams beyond collegiate football.
Mike Matthews is a young receiver who's working his way back, and I think is expected soon to be back at full speed in practice. But he's one I'm sure is eager to get out there because he's a freshman trying to compete for playing time, and he's going to be competing against older guys who are already in that mix. So he'll be somebody to watch, I think, in the next few days.
Yeah, being a freshman and being injured is tough, or being hurt is tough because every day you don't have the Brew McCoy luxury where guys are like, oh, yeah, we know what Brew's going to do. No, he did it for 2 years here. We know what to expect. You don't have that luxury as a freshman. I went through that as a freshman where I had a strain growing, and I couldn't do anything. And it hurt my chances to get on the football field in the first game because I didn't practice for a week or so. Well, that's the time when you prove to the coaches that you can be trusted. Well, I didn't practice, so they didn't know. But by the second game, I was thrown out there and made some plays. Then they felt more comfortable with me. For Matthews, he's going to have to make up that time. Like when he goes out there, he's going to have to prove to the coaches that he can be trusted. We know he's explosive. We know he can play the position, but it's about lining up in the right place. It's about understanding the tempo. And are you able to make plays on crucial third downs? Do you understand the situation? He's going to have to prove that in the next 30 days.
Yeah, that trust factor.
It's all about the trust. Here another year or two, if he has the same issue pre-season camp, he'll be able to sit out periods or a day, and they'll feel good about him still knowing what to do. But not right now. He has to prove himself during this time.
So 2 days down, less than a month to go. We're now in the month in which Tennessee will kick off the season August 31st at home against UT Chattanooga. The week before, Tennessee will play NC State in Charlotte. I don't know the full context here, but Terry texted in and asked, Swain, what do you think about Brian Rice admitting he has worn a number 1 jersey? Brian has often done the jersey countdown for Tennessee fans. He hasn't been doing it full speed recently, so I didn't hear what Brian might have been talking about at the end of the previous show, but Brian rocking the number 1. Is that a Swain jersey?
Yeah, I mean, why would he not rock a number 1? It's the best jersey number. So, Brian's a smart guy.
Yeah.
No surprise there. Is he sleeping with it on, though?
No, I wouldn't think so.
This is Brian we're talking about. Dude has way too many jerseys.
He's got a lot of jerseys.
He's a grown man.
Got a lot of jerseys.
It's not a collection, where he has them in a frame and in his man cave. He just has them sitting on a hanger.
Well, I think recently, and I could be wrong here, but I believe this is correct, they have 2 mortgages at the Rice house, one for the house where they live, the other for the house they purchased for all of his jerseys. I think that's correct.
Brian has a problem. We do realize that, right?
Have you guys been inside the jersey closet?
It's a good problem.
I have not been inside the jersey closet.
I got lost.
Joel's been in and got lost. Okay.
I can see Brian Rice doing MTV version of Welcome to the Crib.
Yeah.
Welcome to my crib. He's like, yo, check out my jerseys, y'all. Come up in here, check out this closet. Yeah, this is all Tennessee basketball. Yeah, this is Bernard King and Allen Houston, Chris Lofton. Yeah, this is my football collection over here. T. Martin, Payton. Yeah, Reggie White over here. Yeah, check out my baseball collection. I can see him doing that. Like an MTV version of Cribs, but with Brian Rice's jerseys.
Was that an impression of Brian? Is that like cartoon Brian? What was that?
No, I was trying to impersonate the actual people from Cribs.
Okay.
Like the rappers. And then I thought about Dave Chappelle's version of Cribs too. I threw that in as well.
Oh, Brian wore number 1 when he played sports. He mentioned at the end of the show. So you and Brian.
I didn't know Brian played sports.
So Leonard Little, Jason Witten,
How about that?
Jason Swain, Brian Rice, Kenny O'Neill, Michael Pilardi.
How about that? I didn't know Brian was a baller.
Yeah.
But that explains it. That's why he's so good at his job. He's a baller.
He rocks some pretty good kicks a lot of the time, too.
Was he a kicker?
No, the shoes.
Oh. He does. Well, he gets the issue gear from
Yeah, he
Tennessee.
does.
Of course,
He's
he
on
gets
the inside.
the nice, clean orange and white kicks. He gets all the good
He's
stuff.
on the
over
inside,
there.
yeah. He's actually.
It's really not fair.
He's requested, let's say, that I call him the insider when I run into him in the hallways. That's Brian Rice.
That's weird.
Part of this segment, we provided facts. Part of the segment, we made stuff up. But we appreciate Brian all the way through.
What sport did Brian play?
I think all of them.
Oh, okay. All of them. All right. Sounds good to me. Yeah. I am jealous of Brian Rice's jersey collection, though.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. But what are we? 30 days to count down? So what is that? Special day for you, huh? As a Raiders fan. Huh?
We're not talking about the Raiders this year,
Oh.
by the way.
Okay. My bad. My bad.
Yep.
My bad.
I think we each have subjects we prefer just to avoid. Mine would be the Las Vegas Raiders.
Gotcha. Do you know when the first game is for the Raiders?
I do. They get to start off with the Harbaugh brothers in back-to-back weeks.
Okay.
Chargers, Ravens. Shouldn't be a problem at all. We'll continue 865-656-9900. We're getting closer to Tennessee kicking off the season. We'll continue to invite you to join us. Call or text in at 865-656-9900 as we talk Tennessee football, college football. We have a lot to discuss as we continue right here on Josh and Swain.
Listening to us on the air. Free. Listening on the app. Free. Listening on our website. Free. No subscription required. Just free sports talk.
Fellas, at Low T Center, very simple and easy to get your levels checked. If you're feeling different, you're gaining some weight, you're noticing loss of muscle mass, feeling tired, lack of motivation and drive, Low T Center is a place that can help you. You can get your results back as quick as 25 minutes because of their on-site lab. And Low T Center is not like your typical doctor's office. Their physicians specialize in treating low testosterone with customized treatment for each patient. Low T have over a decade of experience helping patients achieve life-changing results, and most health insurance is accepted for treatment. Also, your BMI and health can be evaluated for treatment with prescription weight loss medication. You can look your best, you can feel your best with Low T Center. Go to the website. That's lowtcenter.com to book your appointment online today. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
This has been a paid announcement.
You are losing money if you do not add a deck before you sell your home. That's why you need to call James Anthony, 304-0955. You can also see what you can do online. That's at TennesseeHome.us. We're talking 20 years of experience and not just squares and rectangles. If you're looking for somebody who can bring customization to your home, call James Anthony at Tennessee Home, 304-0955, 304-0955, or TennesseeHome.us.
Raid wants to know, what would you do if you could confidently face every day knowing you and your loved ones are protected? Would you sing along to your favorite song at the top of your lungs? Turn off the GPS and let your heart do the guiding. Go to the drive-thru and order one of everything. Feel the buzz of confidence of knowing you are protected with 65 years of insect science in your hands. Raid. Protection for everyone.
Meet Cheryl.
Hey.
She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Hello, friends. This is Kevin Frazier with Frazier's Carpet One. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile, ceramic, or anything for the floor, Frazier's is the name to trust. My great-grandfather Frazier started our flooring business in 1953, and the Frazier family has been proudly covering all of East Tennessee's flooring needs for the more than 70 years since. And you don't stay in business that long without offering value. Frazier's big in-stock selection means buying power muscle, and we pass those savings on to you. Plus, no money down and free financing for 18 months. Only at Frazier's. Call us today, 546-4850, and we'll come to you with free in-home estimates. Everything for the floor from the store you trust more, Frazier's.
When it comes to weight loss, one size does not fit all. At Bragg Weight Loss and Wellness, powered by Nutrimost, Dr. Terry Bragg provides the educational tools you need to manage your weight. No prepackaged foods and no counting points. Dr. Bragg uses a team approach, creating a personalized roadmap to a healthy lifestyle, including food plan, supplements, and support. Most participants lose 20 pounds in 40 days. For more information, go to BraggWeightLossAndWellness.com and start living your most healthy life.
This has been a paid announcement. This is Coach Josh Heupel. You're listening to Josh and Swain on 99.1, the Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Join us. Call or text at 865-656-9900. That's how you can be a part of the show as we're now in the month of August. It is the month of college football. Tennessee will begin its season this month, August 31st, the season opener, a game that will be kind of a setup before week 2, going to Charlotte to take on NC State. And then 2 weeks later, Tennessee will go to Norman to take on Oklahoma. Heather Dinich did a story today at ESPN.com looking at 30 teams going into the year with a chance to make the college football playoff. More than 30 teams have a chance, but looking at the odds, the realistic scenario going into the season, there can always, again, be a surprise. You would expect Tennessee is on that list, and it is. In order, Tennessee comes in at number 9 on the list of teams with their chance to make the college football playoff. Heather has a write-up on how she views each team. Then what is the toughest test? You can probably guess Tennessee's toughest test on the schedule at Georgia, November 16th.
Do have to play against Ra Thomas, though.
Ra Thomas has been dismissed. Kirby Smart announced that at his visit with the media earlier today. The wide receiver who was arrested last week has been dismissed.
So we just have to worry about all the other 5 stars. So.
There are more.
Yeah, there are more really good players there.
There's still talent left on Georgia's roster. But there's also the section of what the committee will like, what the committee won't like. For what the committee will like about Tennessee, and obviously you have to win a certain amount of games, but if Tennessee has a playoff resume, what the committee will like. Heather writes, road and neutral site wins. If the Vols are going to impress the panel, they're going to have to do it on the road, where they will face some of their toughest competition. Tennessee could earn a non-conference win against a ranked ACC opponent September 7th if it can beat NC State in the Dukes Mayo Classic in Charlotte. If it doesn't win that game, though, 2 of its best chances to compensate for it are September 21st at Oklahoma, November 16th at Georgia. If Tennessee were to lose either the NC State or Oklahoma game, my opinion is it kind of makes the Alabama game a must-win. That one's at home, and that would still really impress the committee, assuming Alabama is as good or close to what people expect going in. But the road neutral site wins, I think, would come back to what we have discussed a lot about the month of September. You're going to play 2 power conference teams that are both respected going into the season, and if you can beat both of them away from home, one neutral site, one in Norman, that's huge for Tennessee's playoff chances entering October.
Don't do it, folks. Don't be the one who's like, wait a minute, if we lose to Oklahoma, we ain't going to be Alabama. If we lose to NC State, we're not going to be Alabama. It's possible to beat really good teams and lose to teams that are not as good as the team that you beat.
Yeah. One game doesn't tell you what's going to happen in the next both ways. You can look bad and then look good. You can look really good and then not look so good.
That's right. 2022 is an example of that. Beating up on Alabama, beating up on LSU, losing to South Carolina. 2023 is an example of that. You know, you beat on Texas A&M. That was a very, very talented team, but you lost to Florida. You know, if you put A&M versus Florida last year, I'm taking A&M to win that game. We've seen Kentucky beat up on Florida year after year and then lose to Tennessee, and then Florida beat Tennessee. So each game is its own. It's possible that Tennessee could drop NC State. Threw up my mouth thinking about it, but it's possible. And you learn from those mistakes. You get better. You improve. You figure out some things that makes your team better, and then you get better later in the season. That's totally possible.
Here's what Heather writes the committee won't like: an inexplicable loss in addition to forgivable ones. In 22, South Carolina shocked Tennessee in November. Last year, the loss to Florida is cited. So those games are what Tennessee has to avoid this time. So I think candidates for that would be Arkansas on the road. Arkansas is not thought to be a very good team, but Sam Pittman is the head coach with a team that's kind of desperate going into the season. It is an away game for Tennessee. Tennessee will have Florida and Alabama coming up back-to-back after the Arkansas game. So I don't think Tennessee's going to lose in Fayetteville, but that would be an example of you better not go mess around at Arkansas and have a result like what happened at Florida last year or the South Carolina game 2 years ago.
Yeah, I had Tennessee. You know, that was a win in Sharpie versus Arkansas. But after seeing, Coach Freestyle from the defense coordinator Travis Williams, I'm a little nervous about that game.
That was impressive.
I'm a little nervous. That defense will be playing with their hair on fire for their coach. We gotta check in with Tim Banks, see what his flow is like. Hey, Tim Banks, it's time you put out a freestyle. Time to drop a track.
You want some bars from Tim Banks?
It's time for Tim Banks to drop some bars, man. Yeah, we got to hear Tim Banks in action.
He should put out a track called "They Can't Defend Like Us."
We need something from Tim Banks. I would say Joey Halsley, but I don't know if Joey Halsley has any flow.
What about Coach G? He's gonna be more soul.
Yeah, we're gonna leave Coach G alone.
Okay,
we're gonna leave Coach G alone.
What about Mike Eckler? He might surprise.
You know what? Mike Eckler might have something. He might have something for us. Yeah, might have some flow for us. Some Eminem. Some MGK. We might be able to rock with Coach Eckler.
There's no telling.
No telling. But Arkansas defense, man, they were pretty hyped in that meeting room. Tennessee's still gonna win that game, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm considering picking Arkansas at all. I would just there actually aren't that many candidates where I'd say you better be focused going on the road. They're going to be focused away from home. It's neutral site, but against NC State, there's no issue with focus. That wouldn't be a slip-up game if they lose to Oklahoma. It would just be, they lost on the road to a really good team. But Arkansas would be that slip-up candidate. I can't say Vanderbilt is. I mean, if they lose to Vanderbilt, they deserve whatever comes from that. So there are only so many games away from home that you have to worry, do they have the right mindset?
You lose Vanderbilt, everyone should be fined. NIL, every player should be fined. Coaches should be fined. Everybody should be fined. Even the network team. We should be fined. All network, we got to be fined too. Everybody should be fined, okay, if we lose to Vanderbilt. Arkansas, you better be careful, have your antennas up when you're playing a team like Arkansas, whose coach is on the hot seat. Sam Pittman probably feels like, I got nothing to lose. I mean, I'm going to get paid anyways. He's pretty lighthearted about the idea of getting fired if he doesn't win enough this season. Petrino's like, I don't care what happens. I'm good regardless because I probably will be the interim head coach. or I still be the offensive coordinator. It's a win-win for me. So
he's good over there.
He's good. You just got to be careful about teams like Arkansas that, they have some talent. They'll have a pretty nice atmosphere there. And they'll try to throw the kitchen sink at Tennessee. They be careful. They may be like South Carolina, where you're supposed to beat them by multiple scores, but if they have success early, man, that atmosphere can be real dangerous.
SP Plus ranks Arkansas number 46 in the country. By comparison, Florida last year ranked 41st in the country in the final SP Plus rankings. So similar kind of profile entering this season for Arkansas, at least in terms of how the teams are viewed. Just a comparison. So that's also one where Tennessee has 2 weeks to get ready. So they'll have an off week to prepare for the Arkansas game, rest up if they need some guys to, which I'm sure they will after 4 weeks of football. So there's no scenario where Tennessee should lose to Arkansas, save for some injury issues. But same would be said for the 22 South Carolina game. That's why I bring it up. So Tennessee number 9 on this list of teams with a chance to reach the postseason. What the committee will like about Tennessee's resume at the end of the season if the Vols are in position, wins from the road or neutral site like beating NC State. What the committee won't like if Tennessee were to slip up and have an unforgivable loss.
Can't have those.
Also would not recommend losing to Florida at home. We focused on the road games there, but wouldn't recommend losing to the Gators on October 12th.
No, you should win the games you're favored in, pretty much. If you can do that, then I feel good about Tennessee's playoff chances. Pretty much. Now, I don't know if we're going to be favored in the Oklahoma game, but we should be. You won't be a favorite in Georgia, especially there, and you won't be a favorite, I'm assuming, versus Alabama. But if you drop 2, you should be okay.
Yeah, Tennessee will be a favorite in 9 games, at least projected right now, and 2 of them that I don't think they project as favorites, Oklahoma and Bama. It's going to be close.
Yeah,
they're, I think around a field goal or lower.
Yeah, and
so
we were not favored.
In toss-up category.
We were not favored in the 22 game versus Bama.
No, Tennessee was a big underdog. That was closer to 10 points, I think.
Yeah. But I always had us winning that game.
I picked the Vols that week.
Had my cigars ready early in the week. You know, sometimes you play against a tough team, you don't really truly believe until later in the week. You know, Monday, you're like, oh, man, it's going to be a tough one, man. If we can just keep it close. Tuesday, you're like, you know what? I think we can hang in there. Wednesday, you're like, yo, we might be able to pull this thing off.
To be honest, this is pre-sideline duties. So you're up in the box watching the game.
Yeah.
You and yourself watching the game.
Yeah.
When Bama crossed the 50-yard line.
Media box. Get that clear.
Media box, that's right.
It wasn't a special box, okay? It was media box.
Right, you were in the media box.
Not saying the media box not special. It's special, but people need to know that, okay? Because you think you're slick. You try to be slick. Context matters. But, yes, I was in the Vol Network box.
You're right. As an old media member, it's my job to tell a story and paint the picture accurately.
Correct.
You were in the media box.
Correct.
When Bama crossed the 50-yard line on their final offensive possession, did you have the scar out or did you tuck it back into the pocket?
Yeah, I would have lit it up if it wasn't against the rules.
Oh.
That's how confident I was.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough.
But I had it ready to go.
Rick with a good question in the text box. Wait a minute. So sideline reporter VFL Jason Swain doesn't get the inside track on gear? Talking about all the fancy Nike stuff that Tennessee has?
Not like Brian Rice. Yeah, Brian Rice is, he's special. He's different. And that's okay. Like, he does way more than me.
Yeah, he's the voice of the Lady Vols.
Yeah, he's a voice. I'm just a voice during the broadcast.
When we were at media
a very
day,
small voice.
The other day, we saw the players coming out with their bags of gear.
Oh, yeah. I was checking it out. Mm-hmm. Saw some flip-flops in there. Saw some shirts, some shorts. Yeah, I was checking it out. It was a clear bag, so I was definitely eyeing the gear. It's all good. I got a place I can go and get mine. It's all good.
We'll continue. 865-656-9900.
I got to pay for it, though.
Playoff chances, practice underway. Your thoughts, calls and texts at 865-656-9900 to be a part of the show right here on Josh and Swain.
Need a new roof? You need Mo Shingles. Need new siding? You need Mo Shingles. Mo Shingles, locally owned and operated with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and over 100 5-star reviews. Free estimates, moshingles.com, 770-0506.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
Team USA won the gold medal in the men's 4-man rowing competition for the first time since 1960, when it defeated New Zealand and Britain on the 2,000-meter course to claim the top spot. Nick Mead, Michael Grady, Liam Corrigan, and Justin Best were the 4 rowers who led Team USA to its first gold in more than 6 decades. In the NBA, Gordon Hayward has announced his retirement from professional basketball after 14 seasons in the league. He was a top 10 pick to the Utah Jazz back in 2010, where he spent 7 seasons before signing with the Boston Celtics. He also spent time in Charlotte and Oklahoma City. He was an all-star selection in 2017. Native Design and Hardscape is Knoxville's premier landscaping and hardscape designer. They're ready to turn your home or business outdoor space into reality. Your new outdoor space awaits. Native Design and Hardscape, making backyard dreams come true. Schedule a consultation today at nativetn.com. I'm Joel Silverberg.
It is hot outside and summer is officially here. Cool off in the pool at Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center. Hey, this is Heather Harrington, and Fort Sanders has the indoor and outdoor pools that my boys and me love. I also love the fact that I can check the kids into childcare for free with my family membership. I can get a little workout in and then treat the guys to a swim afterwards. They even have swimming lessons at Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center. Plus, the gym never slows down. They still have over 85 group fitness classes each week. They've got tons of cardio equipment, an indoor track for when it gets too hot to get those steps outside, and a full weight room. Any kind of workout you want to do at Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center, you can do it. And if you haven't tried pickleball yet, what are you waiting for? They have pickleball, tennis, and racquetball every single day. All memberships are month to month with no long-term contracts, and the family membership comes with free childcare. Call them today at 531-5000 or visit fshfc.com.
East Tennessee's #1 pre-owned dealer is ready to kick off football season by helping you win big. If your tailgate needs a game changer, Twin City Auto Center on the world-famous Airport Motor Mile is your end zone with over 1,100 vehicles to choose from. Score big with no down payment, guaranteed financing, and they'll pay off your trade no matter what you owe, and even give you $1,000 more for your trade than any other dealers offer. Visit TwinCityAutoCenter.com or Twin City Auto Center on the world-famous Airport Motor Mile, where Twin City is Win City.
Hi, this is Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you have a house and want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me. 865-500-3711. I pay cash and close as quickly as you'd like. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and any location. I buy several houses per month and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorced houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that is in rough shape and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying these houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosure houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711 with ProSource Home Buyers.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman, and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy, and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store. Well, we'll even tuck you in.
Spring is here, and you're probably flipping through the television channels watching all the home improvement shows, right? Because you want to make your outdoor space look the absolute best. First phone call needs to be the Tennessee Home to my friend James Anthony. 304-0955. 20 years of experience, and how many fencing contractors in town can also turn around and build you the perfect deck for you to start making memories all throughout the spring and summer. James Anthony, the only phone call you need to make is the Tennessee Home. 304-0955 or TennesseeHome.us.
This report is sponsored by Gun Owners of America.
This August 17th and 18th, join us at the Knoxville Convention Center for the Second Amendment Summit by Gun Owners of America. See hundreds of the top vendors of firearms and gear, plus hear from inspiring speakers like Dana Lash, OAN's Dan Ball, and Chris Salcedo. Don't miss it.
Tracking rounds of heavy rain and storms for our Thursday afternoon, a high near 91. Overnight, we fall down to 75 with lingering showers. More spotty to scattered storms for our Friday afternoon, a high reaching near 91. Down to 71 headed into Saturday. Saturday, more rounds of storms, a high near 89. Have a great day. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Kyle Granger.
Do you have stuff that you need gone? Then give a buzz to Junk Be Gone. Created right here in Knoxville, Junk Be Gone has full-service junk removal, driveway dumpsters, document shredding, and demolition. Give them a buzz at 865-675-5865 or junkbegone.biz.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group, recovering millions in damages for personal injury clients throughout East Tennessee. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group so they can help you get the help you need. 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Fair, honest sports conversation from two guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Find us on social media at Josh and Swain. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Go to joshandswain.com to sign up for the free newsletter that comes out every Friday morning. That's tomorrow. Goes out once a week. It's free to sign up. joshandswain.com. David wants to know, how do we as fans keep ourselves calm until game day? The anxiety is real. How do you manage the month of August? We're excited that August is here. Now you have to
30 days.
Go through the month of August. How do you manage the anxiety?
Find something else to keep you busy. Go for a jog. Go for a walk. Get into some of your hobbies.
Mm-hmm. Hobbies are good.
Yep. That's what I would say. We're not even in pads yet.
No, this is a pre-pad conversation.
When I think about anxiety, I think about like playing a team that can beat us. Like I get like that on game days. Like, all right, man, we're playing Texas A&M, and they have more talent, but they're not necessarily a better team. We sure need this win, and they're more than capable of beating us. I don't know if we're going to pull it off. Like, that was me game day versus A&M. But there's no reason to be anxious right now.
Yeah, I'm already on record. My lock for week one is Tennessee money line against Chattanooga. So
That's safe.
I like Tennessee's chances in its season opener.
That's safe.
I like Tennessee's chances week two, not as much as week one. I would also say savor this month because we get to September. August 31st is the opener. But we get to September, and everything just flies.
It does.
And everybody knows that, I think, at this point. But I think it's worth repeating. Appreciate the football while you have it. You get more of it because of the expanded playoffs. You'll get more games once the regular season ends. But for your team, you're guaranteed 12 games. It comes and goes way too quickly. So savor the month of August, as difficult as that can be. Because personally, we get to like the middle of this month, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm kind of over what we're talking about. Because a lot of what we're talking about this month, we talked about in July and June and May and April. And we're lucky that we had so much basketball and baseball conversation that created interest. But from a football standpoint, the month of August conversation is not that different than the previous 7 months. All that being said, enjoy it because it is a new team, new season, and then once it gets here, it's over before you know it.
Yeah, the first game is kind of like when the dam breaks. Like it's dripping a little bit more, but then that first game, I remember the UVA game. I remember exactly what I was listening to on the way to Nashville. I remember the drive. I remember seeing Alvin Kamara right there in the lobby as I checked into my room. Like, I remember everything about that day. And the game, the drive back home, and then I don't remember anything about the second game, the third game, like leading up to the game.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember that. I just remember leading up to the first game. And then the dam opened up, and before you knew it, we were watching Iowa forget how to play offense against Tennessee in the ball game.
Chip recommends Pinterest.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Got to make sure them boards are organized.
Yep.
Yep, that's a good one. Thank you for reminding me, Chip. I got to check in on mine as we approach, the fall. Got to make sure you got your approaches and techniques for reseeding the grass. So thank you, Chip. You reminded me. That's one thing I need to do. Organize the boards on Pinterest.
Yep. So, David, I'm guessing we probably didn't help you much this segment. That's our best.
I think we helped David.
Okay.
I think we helped him.
Michael texts in, lots of hype going into this year. Besides the quarterback position, what are you most interested in seeing as far as new guys entering a position this year?
Is there a lot of hype with Tennessee? I mean, Tennessee's picked 7th in the league. I think it's hype inside
there's
Tennessee.
Local or internal hype.
Yeah.
Some national, because there's a fair amount of 10-2 or playoff talk, but Tennessee's kind of bunched in with a number of teams in that.
It's Nico hype, Josh. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
The hype. Yeah. The hype outside of Tennessee is called Nico hype.
Yeah, that's mostly true. Yeah.
New players. I think Ethan Davis is a really good.
Yes.
I mean, Aben talked to the media today. Ethan Davis put on some weight. We know he can make plays in space based on, his film in high school and kind of his projection of what type of player he's going to be at this level. But he's added the strength to be able to hold up in the running game and just hold up, period. Someone that battled injury. He's intriguing, man, because you can't be a one-dimensional tight end in today's offenses. You can't be someone who just blocks, just runs into a brick wall. That's all you do. You can't be someone that have brick hands, or you can't be someone that all you want to do is catch passes. You can't be that finesse tight end. Like, Tennessee fans fell in love with the UConn tight end transfer, Jolie or Jolly, whatever his name is. He's at NC State now, and I didn't see it because I saw a guy that only caught balls. How's he going to block in the SEC? I wanted someone that can do both. That's the tight ends that are going to be successful in this offense, in this league. And for Ethan Davis, man, he's intriguing. I know from a tight end standpoint, we feel really good about the depth more this year than we have in the past. We got to stay healthy. But, like, who can be the best Army Swiss knife for this offense? Who can block? Who can catch passes in the passing game? Who could be that real big threat in both areas of the game?
Yeah, Davis is a pass the eyeball test. Now go prove what you can do in big games that matter in the SEC.
And he's new to me. I mean, it's kind of like,
yeah, he's newer than Nico.
Yeah, I mean, I look at him as new, even though he's a redshirt freshman, and he's not a transfer coming in his first year or a freshman. I look at him as new because he ain't done anything. He hasn't been in that role yet. So I would look at him like the NBA looks at second-year players that were hurt their first year. They're still eligible to be Rookie of the Years. Mm-hmm. So I look at him the same way.
Yep. Chris Brazel's an obvious answer. Newcomer.
Yeah, it's too easy. Mm-hmm. It's too easy. I think it's not just because I play receiver. I think outside of me, a fan base, we talk about receivers more than really any other position besides quarterback. We really do. We're hyper-focused on receiver, which I like. I love it. Talk about us all you want. But I think it's too easy to talk about the receivers and Chris Brazel being, newcomer.
Yeah, you probably agree. Receivers should get more attention.
I'm okay with it. I'll be perfectly fine if they got more attention. But I do recognize how much attention they currently get.
Yep. Another position group that gets a fair amount, less than it used to. But to the question, newcomer who you're interested in, Peyton Lewis would be one, too, because he's going to have a chance to help immediately. But we'll continue that conversation, too. The question that we were asked in the text box by Michael, besides quarterback, what are you most interested in seeing as far as new guys entering a position this year? We'll come back, 865-656-9900, to join us here on Josh and Swain.
Everything is more expensive than ever before. Well, except for the sports animal. Always free on the air and on the stream. Always. 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Pitch hit high in the air into right field. Back at the fence. Sorrell at the wall. He'll leap. And that ball's in the bullpen. That ball's in the bullpen. For the third straight game, Dylan Dreiling has delivered for Tennessee. Another home run for the Big Orange. He got it out of the park against Aschenbach.
You're listening to the radio flagship station for the 2024 College Baseball World Series champion Tennessee Volunteers. This is 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Find what you love, love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines.
Only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams July Summer Sale and get 35% off paints and stains from July 26th through August 5th. With prices starting at $31.84, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your bedroom, living room, or home office, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Find what you love, love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines.
Only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
This summer, let your smile shine brighter. The office of Dr. Jim Katsianis is running an exclusive summer whitening special. From now till Labor Day, enjoy a dazzling 15% off on all whitening products and services. Say goodbye to stains and hello to confidence with Opalescence, the perfect way to whiten your teeth at your convenience. Don't miss this limited time offer to achieve the radiant smile you've always dreamed of. Call 584-0276 or drjimdentist.com and let your summer sparkle with a brighter, whiter smile. Book your appointment now.
Hello, friends. This is Kevin Frazier with Frazier's Carpet One. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile, ceramic, or anything for the floor, Frazier's is the name to trust. My great-grandfather Frazier started our flooring business in 1953. And the Frazier family has been proudly covering all of East Tennessee's flooring needs for the more than 70 years since. And you don't stay in business that long without offering value. Frazier's big in-stock selection means buying power muscle, and we pass those savings on to you. Plus, no money down and free financing for 18 months. Only at Frazier's. Call us today, 546-4850, and we'll come to you with free in-home estimates. Everything for the floor from the store you trust more, Frazier's.
Hi, this is Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you have a house and want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me, 865-500-3711. I pay cash and close as quickly as you like. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, in any location. I buy several houses per month and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorced houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that is in rough shape and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying these houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosure houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711 with ProSource Home Buyers.
Since 1956, Standard Kitchen and Bath has been serving the East Tennessee area with professional kitchen and bath sales and design. Family owned and operated, Larry Finley and his son Scott offer custom and affordable cabinetry lines from quality brands like Soul Design Cabinetry. From remodeling to new construction, the professionals at Standard Kitchen and Bath can help you design any space. Call 694-0068, standardkitchen.com, or stop by the showroom, Kingston Pike, next to Grayson Hyundai. They're not just selling cabinets, but designs and ideas that will transform your kitchen or bath into something you'll love.
I'm Chelsea Messenger, helping you beat the books with BetQL. As the calendar turns to August, the baseball races are heating up, and the Braves are suddenly 6.5 games back in the NL East. Atlanta leads the NL wild card and hosts the lowly Marlins tonight. The moneyline play for the Braves is too juicy at -200, but the BetQL model is on Atlanta on the run line tonight. The 5-star best bet is to grab the Braves at home against the Marlins. Bet smarter and beat the books with BetQL, and download the BetMGM app today.
Every business faces challenges, but complicated, expensive, and uncertain shipping shouldn't be one of them.
With USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service, you can avoid all the noise.
No more unexpected surcharges, hidden fees, or complex rate structures.
It's just easy, cost-effective, and dependable shipping. Tune your business's frequency to success and turn shipping to your advantage. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Tennessee's had some young players meet with the media the last couple of days. One of those is Bennett Warren, freshman offensive lineman.
The future.
He's a big freshman.
Oh yeah, he's not a normal size, man.
Looks like a couple of freshmen.
Well,
he's in the 6'7", 340 range.
Yeah, everything is bigger in Texas, and so are the offensive linemen.
Yep. So he is one of the young offensive linemen I know they're very excited about having signed. And we, of course, have to see how they develop. They have to show what they can do, which goes into the conversation about a lot of these guys. But in terms of potential, Tennessee's very excited about the Houston offensive lineman, Bennett Warren, one of the freshmen in the 24 class.
Yeah, he's the future, man. He's the future. If you are – Nico or George McIntyre, or Jake Merklinger, you're happy about Bennett Warren.
Top 30 offensive tackle by all four of the major recruiting services, consensus top 300 overall player consensus, 4-star prospect.
Yeah, now you got to make sure that he's developed and ready to go once John Campbell moves on or whoever moves on, and you need to find their replacements.
David wants to know if Josh Heupel can blow Oklahoma's top off like Missouri in 2022. Will he?
Yeah, I don't know, man, because Brent Venables hasn't done anything to Heupel. He's just coaching OU. He's just doing his job. Whereas with Eli Drinkwitz, he had some jokes about Tennessee, even though they were not about Heupel. They were about Tennessee when Jeremy Pruitt took over or was in the head coaching position. And I think that that led to him getting embarrassed the way he did in 2021 there at Missouri. So I don't know. I know, maybe if –
when 22, it was in Knoxville when Milton – with not much time left on the clock.
Well, I know, but those comments were made.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, those comments were made about Pruitt's time and the NCAA investigation.
Yeah.
And his wife not doing a better job cheating.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why. Oklahoma hasn't done anything. Now, Stoops is the guy who fired Heupel when he was offensive coordinator. Now, Stoops just may need to just lay low and not be seen. Because if Heupel sees Stoops, then he may pull out those extra plays on the play sheet, especially in the fourth quarter. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Oklahoma hasn't really done anything to Heupel like that I know of. It's just Stoops. And Stoops is not coaching. It's Venables.
Yeah, I would also say not that Gaston or Jake Merklinger aren't capable of throwing deep. They can throw the deep ball, but Joe Milton was something else to unleash if you wanted to in the fourth quarter. If you're just, hey, we're going to fire 160 yards and see what happens. You could do that with Joe. So it changes the conversation a little bit when you have him at your disposal.
There's a way you can run it up without doing what Joe did. Like you don't have to throw the deep ball. That's kind of obvious.
Mm-hmm. But is Tennessee taking a knee? My guess is no. I think some plays will be run.
No, we're going to take no knee. Like there's the two-hand shove, and there's like the little shiver. Mm-hmm. Both are pushes.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
We'll push forward into hour number 2 of Josh and Swain.
When you have sports mixed with your pop culture, along with humor and celebrity interviews, your earbuds are enjoying The Rich Eisen Show.
Good to see you, Bruce Feldman, the Big 12 landscape. I just know how Dion is, where he's coming from. His wins are measured differently. The question is, as you said, it's got to go from 4 to 8.
I think they can do that. It would be hard not to get better considering how bad they were on the offensive line last year. Now, their schedule actually feels harder this year than it was last year.
Search for The Rich Eisen Show on YouTube or wherever you listen.
Hey, it's Josh. If you are in search for plumbing help, if you run into an unexpected plumbing issue and all of a sudden you need to call somebody, you need to get in touch with an expert, a professional that can help with whatever is going on all of a sudden, get in touch with Wilson Brothers Plumbing. Last spring when we had an underground leak issue, it was not something that we expected that day, but popped up. We needed help. We knew to get in touch with Wilson Brothers Plumbing. They came out and told us what was going on. It was what we expected was the issue. And then they gave us a price up front after telling us, okay, here's what it would take to fix this issue. Then they took care of it for us. Knowing you have somebody to get in touch with if you run into a problem or if you're planning a project, remodeling job inside your home, you can get in touch with Wilson Brothers Plumbing, a local company that will make sure you are taken care of. They will make sure they do quality work for you like they have for me. Visit WilsonBrothersPlumbing.com to learn more or schedule service. That's WilsonBrothersPlumbing.com. Wilson Brothers, the proof is in the plumbing.
This has been a paid announcement.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman, and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy, and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store, well, we'll even tuck you in.
Hello, friends. This is Kevin Frazier with Frazier's Carpet One. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile, ceramic, or anything for the floor, Frazier's is the name to trust. My great-grandfather Frazier started our flooring business in 1953. And the Frazier family has been proudly covering all of East Tennessee's flooring needs for the more than 70 years since. And you don't stay in business that long without offering value. Frazier's big in-stock selection means buying power muscle, and we pass those savings on to you. Plus, no money down and free financing for 18 months. Only at Frazier's. Call us today, 546-4850, and we'll come to you with free in-home estimates. Everything for the floor from the store you trust more, Frazier's.
Wedby Insurance is Knoxville's premier auto owner's insurance agency. Since 1972, the staff at Wedby has made it a point to provide personalized, prompt, and professional service. Whether you need personal or commercial coverage, Wedby Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance can provide you with a coverage that fits your needs and your budget. For your home, your life, your car, or your business, Wedby Insurance will be there for your family. Contact them at wedbyinsurance.com. That's WHEDBEE insurance.com.
This is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville. Streaming worldwide on the Sports Animal app and website, 991thesportsanimal.com. 99.1 The Sports Animal, the station where the Vols play.
This is Andrew Bogish with a Sports Minute sponsored by Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal. Find a store at metalsupermarkets.com. There is something of significance in tonight's Hall of Fame game. It'll be our first look at the NFL's new kickoff setup, which is still very much a work in progress. The new format is designed to make returns fun again, but it may drive us nuts instead. I'm Andrew Bogish.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. With a huge variety of metals in stock, we can help no matter what job comes your way. And all it takes is a few clicks. We make buying metal online easy so you can spend less time shopping and more time getting things done. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal. Place an order online today at metalsupermarkets.com.
You've got to watch your NFL team every Sunday, and Verizon's got you covered for all your team's out-of-market games every Sunday afternoon. Come on! From kickoff to sign-off, from first downs and touchdowns to turnovers and overturned plays.
After review, the pass was incomplete.
Nice! Let's go! This season, win every Sunday with Verizon. Get a great deal on NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV and a new phone. Excludes digital-only games. Terms and embargoes apply.
Zero Res carpet cleaning's the right way to clean. ZeroResKnoxville.com.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Whether you're facing divorce, injury, or any legal strife has come your way, there's one call to make to Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Hour number 2 of Josh and Swain is here. Thank you for being with us. Next to VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain, I'm Josh Ward. We begin this hour welcoming on the Stanley Fencing and Gates hotline, Alan Bell of Driving the Line, at Driving the Line, the YouTube channel to subscribe to and check out each and every day. Alan, welcome to the month of August. Welcome back to football season. We have the Hall of Fame game tonight. Football is back.
We're back, man. First off, appreciate you guys having me back. And second, you're right, man. I think from here on out, like every Thursday, we have football now.
All right, I like the sound of that. The game tonight features Jason Swain's Chicago Bears. Now, it will not feature Caleb Williams, but there's some buzz there, right? He was the number 1 pick. There's going to be buzz. But I think Jason Swain should be excited about his Bears. Should he be? Not just tonight, but moving forward.
Oh, yeah. I mean, anytime that you get a franchise quarterback, right? And I know people are negative on Caleb. I like him. I'm in on him so far. I mean, it's a small sample size, but, you know, I like what he's done so far, you know, at the beginning of camp. And you've noticed that a lot of players were kind of dogging him at first when they didn't really know him. They get to know him, and you don't hear any of that anymore, right? Like, I mean, everybody's positive on him. Yeah, tonight, I think the Bears said they're not going to play any starters. So we're going to see some backup guys, and we'll see that, you know, from the Texans as well. So, you know, the Hall of Fame game is what it is. However, I mean, it's just nice to have football, even if you don't watch it. Like, just having it on the TV, like, in the background, it's just nice,
man. Have y'all finished beating the Jeffrey Simmons story into the ground over there in Nashville, Alan?
Yeah, I think it's done now. And I think people realize, like, camp is just like, I mean, that's what happens, man. Dudes get fired up, man. And, you know, a lot of times, man, you see players like Simmons, you know, they do that on purpose. You know, they look to test some other guys. You know, J.C. Latham, you know, those dudes like, hey, stand up for yourself, youngster. You know what I mean? Like, we need you to be, you know, play with an attitude. I think how many times we saw Taylor Lewan get in fights. I mean, it was every camp, right? So I'm with you, man. It was a non-story to begin with. Funny when he went after Buck Rising, though. I did laugh about that, but other than that, yeah, man, it's a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but we know Buck. He's been on the show. I thought they both handled it like pros in their respective positions. Buck's in the media. Jeffrey's one of the best defensive linemen in the NFL. They talked face-to-face, and then they both moved on. So maybe I'm saying it wrong, but that sometimes people disagree on subjects, and then they have a chance to squash it.
Yeah, I love Buck Rising as well, man. And look, he's a professional dude. He handled it great. Jeffrey handled it great. I'm with you. I think that, there's no better way to do that. And, the Titans PR was like, oh, thank God. All right, this is over. All right, we're good to go now.
So what will it take for the Titans, not necessarily to be a playoff team, but to maybe be better than expected, where the other teams, I believe, are getting more attention in the division? Correct me if I'm wrong there, but I think there's more buzz around the other three teams than the Titans. How do they overcome that and be better than what other people are expecting?
Yeah, so you're right there on the buzz, right? The Texans are going to get a lot of that, and rightfully so. C.J. Stroud, and they look great last year. That's a really good start. But, for the Titans, I think it's just, just get better, right? Like, you brought in a brand-new coaching staff, focused on offense. Do that. Score points, right? Like, I think that obviously, is come as it sounds. I mean, this is a league built on scoring points. The defense is going to be solid. Not too concerned about that, really. I mean, there's some spots, but just have a good cohesive unit, and then also, what does life look like after Derrick Henry, right? I mean, he has just been the offense for so long now that can you get the wide receivers involved, right? If they could do that, and Will Levis is healthy and looks good, then the Titans can take this division. It's not like this division is unwinnable. You know what I mean? Like, we all thought the Jaguars last year were going to be the great team, and they took a step back. So we'll see. Just play good complementary football. Don't make big mistakes, and don't get into a lot of holding penalties on the offensive line. That's a big thing.
The Texans were the surprise team, especially with Stroud being as young as he was at the quarterback position. Do you have a surprise team this year? Maybe this year's Houston Texans.
In the division or just overall?
Just overall. Yeah, overall.
Yeah. Look, man, honestly, I think the Bears are going to be good. The tough thing is that the Bears are in a brutal division. I mean, the NFC North, man, is loaded, right? But I think the Bears are going to be a lot better than people give them credit for. I think the Jaguars take a step forward this year, speaking of them. Then you jump over to the NFC. I mean, look, the 49ers are going to be there. Like, they're a squad. They got talent everywhere. But you look across and you say, okay, who can take a step forward? I think the Atlanta Falcons in the beginning can. It's just how do they manage this quarterback situation? But I think that if Kirk Cousins is playing well, the Falcons will be a much better team than what they were last year.
Yeah, Falcons are interesting. That story's kind of died down a little bit from where it was at draft time when Penix all of a sudden was selected there. But what they do, because they brought in Cousins to win, and Penix, he's not that young of a rookie, so how that's handled over this year and the next couple is going to be really interesting. But there's talent around that quarterback position, too, that they've drafted the last couple of years.
Yeah, there is, right? And I'm with you, man. Like, I think that, it all comes down to Kirk Cousins. If he's playing well, there's no conversation about, changing quarterbacks. There's no looking at Penix. It all comes down, if Cousins is playing good football, I mean, that kills the entire conversation. So, yeah, not to put all of it on one dude because football's a team sport. A lot of it comes down to Cousins.
Alan Bell is with us at Driving the Line is where you can go subscribe on YouTube. They have a show for you every single day. Alan, I'm curious, do you set like a calendar note for the Monday of the first Raiders-Chiefs game that week when Patrick Mahomes will have a chance to answer on the field to the video that the Raiders put together last week making fun of him? How do you handle that from a capping standpoint?
Well, they're going to come. The Chiefs are going to come after him, right? I'm fascinated with the Raiders, man. I would love your thoughts on them, right? Like, they've got talent. I like the coach. They've got the right attitude. What does the quarterback position look like, right? Like, I'm so fascinated. I think that they're going to have a great running game. Mahomes is going to be fired up. But I'll say this, though. I think the Chiefs take a step back this year. I think they've actually won so much, and they had such a big offseason. Travis Kelce, he's been on $1 billion worth of vacations with Taylor Swift, and Mahomes is going to have another kid. Like, I could see them taking a step back. But, yeah, I'd love your thoughts on the Raiders, though.
Well, My view of Gardner Minshew is that he's the kind of quarterback where there are several games where if he's your guy, you say, how did they let us get him for him to come play? What a deal. And then there'll be a few games where you say, why did we go get Gardner Minshew? Why is he our starting quarterback? I think you have enough of those to where you're going to win some games, you're going to lose a few, and feel like you're kind of stuck.
Yeah, it reminds me of Ryan Fitzpatrick, right? Like there are a lot of times where like Fitzpatrick will go on these streaks, and you're like, oh my goodness, like this guy's a stud. And the minute everybody buys in, that's when it falls apart. I'm kind of with you on that, but I like Gardner. Like it's hard to hate a dude who's all vinegar, man. Like that dude's ready to play. He'll give you everything he's got.
Yep.
And there's a lot worse people, in the NFL than that, man. I can ride with that for sure.
Totally agree.
The Sixers years ago adopted trust the process. They embraced the suck, right? Well, it's time for the Raiders to do that. Just embrace it, embrace the process, trust the process, and maybe in 2028, you guys will be good.
Nice one on that one. Look, the defense is going to be just angry, right? Like, they're going to play. They've got players. Yeah, that was solid right there, the 28. Look, just go back to the 70s and early 80s attitude of the Raiders. Like, cheating is encouraged. We don't care. We're going to get in a fight. Like, make it different. Make people know, like, oh, my God, we got to go play them again. Oh.
Hey, Alan, you're building the brand there at Driving the Line, growing the business. It's booming, I can tell. If we're correct in our anticipation, the Bears might kind of take off here, and I feel like I need to take off from the show. Any positions that might be available that I can come grab there at Driving the Line, just let me know. I might be reaching out to you here in about 8 or 9 weeks.
Say no, Alan. Josh wants to do 50-cent bets. You guys are about making real money there.
I was going to say, look, man, even though it's a Hall of Fame game day, look, starters play over here, and you're a starter on this roster, so, yeah, you don't worry about that at all. If Swain keeps giving it to you like that.
Hey, Alan, out the door, anything that you do like, maybe at a lower rate for a Hall of Fame game, but anything you like tonight, or how are you playing baseball now that we have the deadline behind us? What might you leave the folks with?
Great question, right? So baseball, we only have just a couple games. I'll say this, man. Keep an eye on the weather for the Hall of Fame game tonight, but the total is dropping. I think it's already down to like 30.5, 29.5. Understand this. The over is hit in the last two Hall of Fame games because these coaches just focus on offensive reps, especially in the red zone. You have every opportunity to score meaningless points, quote unquote. Ride the over. I mean, it's so low now. It's like an Army game, man. Ride the over.
At Driving the Line, that's where you can go find them and subscribe on YouTube. What can people find with the channel each and every day?
Yeah, so, every day, 10 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, like you said, at Driving the Line. Jonathan Coachman, our host, member for Sports Center, ESPN, WWE. We get you all set up for today's bets, talk sports, laugh. We've got a 5-star chef in there breaking down how to make tailgate food. You name it, man. We have a lot of fun. So, yeah, every day, 10 a.m. Eastern, YouTube at Driving the Line. Check us out. Think you'll enjoy it.
Football season means tailgate season,
right.
Returning as well. At Driving the Line, go check him out. He joins us each Thursday here on the show. Alan, appreciate the time as always. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you again soon.
Hey, thank you, boys. Appreciate it, man. You have a good one.
Alan Bell joining us on the Stanley Fencing and Gates Hotline.
A lot of Raiders talk in that segment for someone that didn't want to talk about the Raiders in the first hour. Sorry, man. Just push through the pain, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Just talk through it, man.
That's how you do it.
Let's just talk through it. It's going to be a better year than what you expect.
Yeah, maybe somebody at Tennessee was listening yesterday, and they're willing to create one of those positions that you and the fine listeners were coming up with for me.
No, you're going to talk about them Raiders.
Third team holder.
You're not going to escape.
Backup scorekeeper.
Nope. Sports animal host talking about all things football, especially the Las Vegas Raiders.
I don't want to end up being moved to like the Vol Network sideline reporter assistant. That's not what I'm looking for at this point.
You know, I do need somebody to hold my batteries.
Your contract, from what I understand, it's pretty extensive. Like your M&Ms, all the red ones have to be pulled out. I think that's accurate.
No red ones. No, red is banned. Unless there's a jump man somewhere close. It's the only time you can wear red. But I do need an assistant. That's a good idea.
I can be like your Flavor Flav. I can have the Swain chain.
yeah.
Hyping you up.
I need a hype man.
Batteries, towel.
Yeah, I need a towel. It gets hot at the beginning
Yep.
of the year. That Virginia game was a scorcher.
Yep. I will have your back.
Thanks.
On the sideline.
Thank you.
865-656-9900 if you would like to join us as we come back and continue the football conversation around Tennessee, around the SEC, and college football as the season begins this month. And we continue on Josh and Swain.
They say the best things in life are free. Streaming 99.1, the sports animal proves it.
Elevate your products today with Native Nursery, now open to contractors and landscapers. We're your one-stop destination, offering quality wholesale plants, trees, and landscaping materials. We'll even take your leaves and hardscape waste for a low flat rate. If you are a contractor or landscaper, make Native Nursery your go-to location today.
Call or come by and see Ben and Ted. 865-315-0123 and 3473 Louisville Road. 5 minutes from Pellissippi off the Topside Road exit.
The summer is here, and that means weddings are happening all the time. I even got married during a summer wedding back more years than I'd like to count. Hey, this is Heather Harrington. If you are celebrating an anniversary because you too got married over the summer, or you're getting married this summer, celebrate those milestones at TK Wheeler Jewelers. You know, beautiful jewelry never goes out of style, and I love the classics that TK has. Whether you're looking for a diamond engagement ring, a beautiful solid gold wedding band, something simple like a cross necklace pendant with diamonds, TK Wheeler has it all. He stays up to date on trends too, but I'm telling you, when you want that classic jewelry that you are going to keep and wear for the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years, you're going to find it at my jewelry store, TK Wheeler Jewelers. They're located on South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge. It's right there next to the Outback Steakhouse. TK has been in business for years, and he can hook you up. When you want the best jewelry, you want my jewelry store, TK Wheeler Jewelers.
This has been a paid announcement. Hi, I'm your annoying dad that follows you around everywhere, ruining your life. Like when you hope to finance that car, not approved. Paying for dinner with a credit card in front of friends, embarrassingly declined. Bills piling up, harassing creditors, and you can't pay me off because the interest is so high, you can barely make the minimum. So what are you going to do? You're stuck with me. Give me your best shot.
Got debt? Knock out annoying debt with a loan from Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union. Now through September 30th, get up to $500 to refinance your existing debt with us. Visit atfcu.com for details. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, your less red tape banking alternative, a place where you belong.
You're invited to the 5th Annual Dragon Baseball Golf Classic Saturday, August 3rd at Tennessee Centennial Golf Course in Oak Ridge. The $400 team fee includes the 4-person player fee, cart rental, lunch, and t-shirt. There will be trophies, door prizes, hole-in-one giveaways, and more. Sponsor packages are also available to support Clinton Dragons baseball. Saturday, August 3rd at Tennessee Centennial Golf Course in Oak Ridge. For more information and to register, email dragonsbaseball1903@gmail.com.
Let's see, landscapers I can afford. All right, searching affordable landscapers near me. Here we go.
Right here, sir. How can we help?
It's the same ones I saw last time.
Sir, we're right here and reasonably priced. Why is he not seeing us?
It looks like the ugly yard stays.
Sir, can you not see us?
Nope, he can't see you because you're buried deep in the list of local landscapers. You're invisible online. Introducing Cumulus Boost. Get a boost. Get found. Get on the map. Learn more at cumulusboost.com.
If you want a great-looking fence or secure entry gate that will stand the test of time, you need to call Stanley Fencing and Gate. Proudly serving East Tennessee since 2000, Stanley Fencing can customize your fence. Just tell Stanley Fencing your idea, they bring it to life. Offering chain link, vinyl, aluminum, wood fences. They even specialize in secure entry gates to protect your business. For customized fencing and gates backed by a warranty, choose the Stanley Fence family. Call 865-254-3844 or online at stanleyfence.com.
I'm VFL Todd Kelly Jr., and it's
30 days until
It's football time in Tennessee.
This countdown to kickoff is brought to you by Knoxville TVA Employees Credit Union. People helping people since 1934.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Next to VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain.
SEC wide receiver, Josh.
You were in the SEC.
That's right.
Katie Ledecky, another gold medal. Is that ACC legend, Katie Ledecky? Stanford.
Yeah, she went to Stanford when Stanford was in the Pac-12. You asked me during the break, should Vince Young be honored as an SEC legend? I'd say, yeah. He's not playing anymore. Go for it. Now, if Vince Young goes out here and breaks the Guinness World Book of Records for something outside of sports, then I wouldn't expect SEC to be claiming Vince Young.
Now, a funny thing with that, so she went to Stanford, and
She did.
Stanford should celebrate her.
Stanford, yeah, not Samford, Stanford,
Right.
in California.
But another funny thing is, this will be something that will cause you to say, why don't we just move on? But
We already did that last segment. We're talking about the Raiders.
Yeah. There are a lot of times I bring something up and you say, let's move along, Josh, to 3 o'clock. You know where she trains and actually, I think, volunteer coaches, and sometimes rocks their headgear in the pool.
Where?
University of Florida. She wears the gator on her head when she swims a lot.
Why the hell would she do that?
Because that's where she's training and
But she didn't go to.
preparing.
She didn't go to Florida. See, she ain't ready. She ain't ready for the SEC. She ain't ready. She lucky. She lucky Stanford wasn't in the SEC. We would have been booing her butt in the pool. What kind of stuff is that? I'm sorry. I got triggered. I'm sorry. Let me back up. I'm sorry.
20 seconds.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I saw red like a bull. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
To be clear, what was just stated is that
Woosah.
12-time Olympian Katie Ledecky ain't ready for the SEC.
She ain't ready. She ain't ready, Paul. She ain't ready for the SEC.
I think her count is now at 8 golds.
It could have been 10. It would have been 10.
One of the great
Schedule's
Olympians,
weak.
regardless of sport. She ain't ready.
The schedule's weak. The competition is lacking.
Who'd she swim against, Paul? That's what Swain wants to know.
It wasn't against Bama. Would have got the autumn goals versus Bama.
Hey, we have a new favorite podcast host on the national stage for Tennessee fans.
Who?
J.D. Pickle put Tennessee in his college football playoff.
We barely in.
The last team in, it would appear, among the at-large.
I don't know. I like J.D. Pickle, but I wouldn't say that this is the reason why he's the favorite.
Okay. I didn't say favorite, just one of.
One of?
Yeah. One that you like.
There's so many.
He's being positive to the Vols. Isn't that pretty much all it takes?
We are pretty gullible. It don't take much.
His top 4, remember the top 4 are conference champions. Georgia is the 1 seed, Oregon the 2 seed, Miami the 3 seed from the ACC.
Oh, that list is valid. That list is invalid.
And then Utah, the 4 seed. 5 SEC teams make the playoff with his projection. Ole Miss is the 5 seed, so the top at large. Then Texas, the 8 seed. Alabama, the 10 seed. Tennessee, the 11 seed.
Where's Miami?
Miami is the 3 seed. Tennessee in the 11 seed spot would take on Ohio State in Columbus in the first round.
This is supposed to be a compliment for Pickle?
Welcome to the playoff.
Really, Pickle? Huh?
December 20th or the 21st, heading up to Columbus. I hear it's beautiful that time of year.
Oh, my gosh.
Nothing like late December, Ohio.
It's going to be terrible.
So that is his projection. Tennessee is the 11, Ohio State the 6 seed.
Josh, the sun barely shines now during the summer.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this. Would you rather be Georgia, the 1 seed, which gets a first-round bye, but in the second round you play Texas or Notre Dame, the winner of that game, let's assume Texas, So Georgia, Texas in round 2, neutral site, or would you rather be Ole Miss that does not get the first round bye, but in the first round will host App State at home and then play Utah neutral site in the second round? So you do have to win your first game. You have to make sure you win, but you get App State at home, and then you get Utah on a neutral site versus if you're Georgia, you don't have to win a round 1 game, but then you have to face Texas on a neutral site in what would be a rematch.
I think in every scenario you would want the bye because you can't lose a game you don't play. But that is favorable for
because nobody's questioning which scenario you'd rather be in the second round. So the real question is, would you rather have that first round bye or take your chances against App State at home? And I know about the history of App State, and if they're in the playoff, you better be prepared for that game. But they'd be a big favorite.
Didn't I pick App State to beat Texas A&M one year?
You did.
It was 2 years ago, right?
Yep.
I feel so bad because we over here disrespecting App State. But
and by the way, App State is just his choice there. In this scenario, it could be it's the group of 5
it could
champ
be,
that's ranked. So it could be Boise State, it could be whatever.
It could be Tulane, it could be any one of those squads, right?
Yeah. There is a case that you'd rather be the 5 seed in that scenario than the 1 seed, I think.
I agree with you.
Because if your goal is to win a national title, and if you're the 1 seed or the 5, you believe in your chance to win the national title, you're thinking, okay, well, what's my quarterfinal matchup to get in that Final Four?
That feels like a glitch.
Yeah.
It feels like a glitch, man. Like, why would you want to be the number 1 seed overall, play a tough, difficult round 2, when you could be the 5th seed and have a easier path, it seems like.
Yeah, this would be the case for the need to reseed.
Yeah.
After the first round.
That felt like Chaz Nimrod catching the ball off his toe in the EA Sports game. Like, that was a glitch.
Chaz Nimrod, the big glitch.
You might want to fix that. That feels like a glitch. I don't know, Pickle. We'll see.
Yeah, so
I don't like how you got us at 11.
I can't tell how excited you are.
I don't
or
know
not.
I'm trying to figure
in
it out.
the playoff, hooray! Going to Columbus, Ohio. Oh,
barely getting in as an 11th seed. Going to Columbus.
Yeah, the 10 seed would play Florida State. You'd much rather go to Tallahassee, I think, than to Columbus.
I mean, I do appreciate him having us as one of the top 12 teams, but I don't know how I feel about Miami being a 3rd seed. Like, come on, man. JD, you know Miami ain't going to do nothing. You know Mario Cristobal ain't going to do anything with all that talent.
I don't know that. Cousin Cam's down there. You change that quarterback position, you can change a lot.
All you got to do is look at what he's done since he's been there. Nathaniel, nothing.
What if they start taking knees this year?
Huh?
What if they start taking knees at the end of games? There's an extra win or two.
Well, they may be good enough to go to a bowl game, not the college football playoff. They were terrible last year. I'm just ready for them to go ahead and fail, hit that portal, follow your boy John Campbell to Knoxville.
Is there even room for Francis at this point?
What do you mean there's room? We're going to make room. We make room for ballers.
Yeah. For Francis, a lot of room needs to be made.
A lot of room. We'll make room.
Big fella.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. Tennessee just made the playoff, and Swain is disappointed. We'll continue 865-656-9900. 90 minutes to go. We continue the conversation. Text box is open as well here on Josh and Swain.
For the 60th and final time this season, Tennessee says hello win column and hello national championship. Everybody in Vol Nation can stand and say with me, the national champion is clad in big orange.
Our station for the Tennessee Volunteers. 99.1, the sports animal.
Johnson, I've been hearing about this internet thing. Anything to it?
Yeah, boss. We had Cumulus Digital design and run our website.
Will an internet help our sales?
Already has. Plus, Cumulus Digital helps us rank high on search engines.
Whoa, one thing at a time, Johnson.
CumulusDigital.com.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the sports animal.
Team USA won the gold medal in the men's 4-man rowing competition for the first time since 1960 when it defeated New Zealand and Britain on the 2,000-meter course to claim the top spot. Nick Mead, Michael Grady, Liam Corrigan, and Justin Best were the 4 rowers who led Team USA to its first gold in more than 6 decades. In the NBA, Gordon Hayward has announced his retirement from professional basketball after 14 seasons in the league. He was a top 10 pick to the Utah Jazz back in 2010, where he spent 7 seasons before signing with the Boston Celtics. He also spent time in Charlotte and Oklahoma City. He was an all-star selection in 2017. Native Design and Hardscape is Knoxville's premier landscaping and hardscape designer. They're ready to turn your home or business outdoor space into reality. Your new outdoor space awaits. Native Design and Hardscape, making backyard dreams come true. Schedule a consultation today at nativetn.com. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Don't miss out on summer brake deals at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, get 15% off a set of Brake Best Select, Select Pro, or Import Direct brake pads and 2 rotors. Restore quality braking and improve stopping performance with parts and advice from the professional parts people. Save money now when you visit O'Reilly Auto Parts or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Are you ready for a Tennessee sports bar unlike anything you've ever seen? Check out Fieldhouse Social in University Commons right next to Publix on the UT campus. Fieldhouse Social has tons of menu choices to satisfy the foodie or the fan. A giant bar, 40 beers on tap, and tons of free parking right on campus. And did we mention the giant TV? At nearly 20 feet long, it's the largest screen in the Southland. Fieldhouse Social is family friendly and truly has it all. Fieldhouse Social, Tennessee's sports bar.
Hi, this is Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you have a house and want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me, 865-500-3711. I pay cash and close as quickly as you'd like. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and any location. I buy several houses per month and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorced houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that is in rough shape and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying these houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosure houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711 with ProSource Home Buyers.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well-tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store, while we'll even tuck you in.
It's time to transform your old, outdated kitchen into the dream space you and your family want. Kitchen Sales can make those dreams a reality. Kitchen Sales carries the largest selection of fine kitchen and bathroom cabinetry that ranges from a more affordable line all the way up to a fully custom line. See the selection for yourself at one of their 2 amazing showrooms, Hoyt Avenue, just off Cherry Street, and in the Town and Country Circle near Best Buy. For more information, go to kitchensales.net.
Kitchen Sales, Kitchen Sales. Cabinets and countertops, we are the place to shop. Come on down.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
We're tracking off and on heavy downpours as we go through our Thursday afternoon. A high reaching near 91, but a heat advisory is in effect. It's going to feel closer to 100. Overnight showers and storms continue down to 75. For your Friday, spotty to scattered storms by the afternoon, a high near 91. Have a great day. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, meteorologist Kyle Granger.
At Ingles, we know the ever-present struggle of what am I going to make for dinner this week? That's why we started the Ingles Table. It's all waiting for you at ingles-markets.com. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Some law firms specialize in one thing, but there's one here in East Tennessee that specializes in them all. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Always on, always free. Stream us free via the app, your smart speaker, your favorite streaming service, or the website at 991thesportsanimal.com. The hottest sports stories of the day broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Rick and Sevierville to the idea that Tennessee could be the 11 seed in the college football playoff and potentially create a tough road game. In J.D. Pickles' projection, it would be Ohio State. If you're taking on the 6th seed, that's going to be a tough team on the road. Rick says just get the 5th or 6th seed. You don't have to worry about the 11 seed.
That's right. That's right. I like that thinking.
Nobody wants to go to Ohio in the summer, let alone in December.
Man, you ain't never lied. I was telling you during the break. I was there for 3 days. It wasn't a couple years ago, but it was a while ago. And it was during the spring, and I didn't see the sun one of those days. So I'm with you. Listen, I remember my trip to Missouri last year.
Yep.
It was not comfortable. Mm-hmm. And there's still more room north to go to Ohio.
Yep. So we're talking about later in the year. We're talking about close to Christmas time.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
For the first playoff game. Mike in Lenore City, it doesn't matter. It's an SEC tradition to put a beatdown of Ohio State in the playoffs.
Sprinkle some sugar. Sprinkle. Like Salt Bay, but Sugar Bay. That's what we do. Sugar Falls, beating up on Ohio State. It is a tradition. If you do it one time, does that mean it's a tradition? I think it's a tradition if you do it twice, right?
Well, so in the playoff, we've seen them. They did beat Bama the first year, right? Didn't they beat Bama in 14 to win the national championship in the semifinal?
That's not relevant information here, Josh. We're talking about Tennessee beating Ohio State.
Sure.
Tradition for Tennessee to beat Ohio State. We did it once in the postseason.
Yeah. That one was the Citrus Bowl, Eddie George's team. Eddie doesn't like that being brought up. But that was in sunny Florida. This would be in
Sugar Falls beat Miami. What I'm talking about.
Right, yeah. Columbus is a different ball game.
It's a different ball game.
This is a big prove-it year for Ohio State because of how the last few seasons have ended. They've been pushed around literally by Michigan in some of those losses. They gave Georgia a run in the playoff 2 years ago, but lost the game. I think they're going to be really good.
Really good.
I told you last week on the show, I lean to Ohio State as my national champion pick. I think they're going to be great.
I think they are going to be in the picture as one of the top seeds.
Yeah, well, sure. They might win the Big Ten. In the regular season, they go to Oregon. Those are the two favorites going into the season. So at home, Oregon has the advantage there. They play in October, but there's a Big Ten title game. You win that, Ohio State would be off the first week. They'd get a bye. But I think Ohio State's going to be terrific. Let's see Will Howard in that position. There's some young quarterbacks that people love, but Howard's transferred in to be starting quarterback. Funny thing with Ohio State and with Oregon, so they're the two favorites. They have two transfer quarterbacks. They left schools where the schools that saw their quarterbacks leave, they're like, that's fine. We have these young quarterbacks we love. Avery Johnson's the guy at Kansas State where Will Howard left, and then Oklahoma is where Gabriel was. Oklahoma has Jackson Arnold, who Tennessee will see in week 4, excuse me.
Let's just get the 5th seed. It sounds like a better option for us.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Get the fifth seed.
I like
Get
that.
the fifth seed, host
I like that better.
App State or Boise State or whoever.
Yeah, I think I like that better.
And then take on Utah in the second round on a neutral site.
Yeah.
Bo says you be quiet before Buckeye Terry calls in. That's fair.
Anybody worry about Buckeye Terry? I remember when Buckeye Terry used to first call in. I thought he was super annoying. I would love a call from Buckeye Terry after getting calls from Bandwagon Tyler lately.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's about that time. I wouldn't mind a call from Buckeye Terry around 3:02.
Jeff wants to know, can Ohio State and Ryan Day win a big game anymore? We'll find out.
We will. And if they don't, he going to find out.
Yes.
He is going to find out. I don't think there's ever been a coach fired with a higher winning percentage than Ryan Day.
Do you think Ohio State can make it through the non-con? Akron, Western Michigan, and Marshall.
Brutal.
So here's the schedule for Ohio State before the Buckeyes go to Oregon. That is October 12th. That's a huge Saturday in college football. Tennessee plays Florida that day. Ohio State will open at home against Akron, host Western Michigan, off week 3, then host Marshall, then go to Michigan State. I think they made a good hire in Jonathan Smith, but year 1 taking over Ohio State, huge advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Iowa at home, and then at Oregon on October 12th. Off the next week before hosting Nebraska, so an advantage there. They go to Penn State. That'll be a tough game. Then Purdue at home, at Northwestern, Indiana, Michigan at home.
At Penn State, tough game based on what? They'll still win. I don't want to hear anything about SEC only playing 8 conference games with that schedule. I don't want to hear nothing from Ohio State fans. I really don't want to hear anything from Big Ten fans with that non-conference schedule. I don't want to hear it. Oregon's good, don't get me wrong, but it's a reason why we are stuck at 8, and it's okay, and we still win championships and still have better teams than the Big Ten from top to bottom.
Oregon, to its credit, is keeping Oregon State on the schedule. And I don't know
what
for sure.
Is that State's in?
I think the Pac-12 or the Pac-2. What are they calling it? I guess they're still using the Pac-12 title.
I guess.
And then, of course, linking up with the Mountain West.
But they're
keeping
that rivalry.
Yeah, keeping that intact.
Yeah, that's good.
So I do like that.
I do too.
And Washington's playing Washington State. Those games are week 3,
That's
so it's
good.
earlier in the season. Don't get it late.
That's good. Sounds like a homecoming game, kind of, but not really.
Something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Conference alignment, folks.
So if you're USC, what do you think? I'm not sure how much people care about Big Ten schedules at this point now that I'm just running through, but if you're USC and you see Ohio State's playing Akron, Western Michigan, and Marshall non-conference, USC is playing LSU and Notre Dame non-conference. Doesn't line up evenly.
At all. At all. They have a real non-conference schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks real because they're not going to be that good, Josh. If they're really, really, really good, then we probably will look at it that way. Their window has closed. No Caleb Williams, no title chasing.
Yeah, it hasn't actually gone the way that USC anticipated when Lincoln came to town. And Caleb, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
So there it is. A little Ohio State hype. But your takeaway, Rick's as well. Just go get the 5 seed if you're Tennessee. You don't have to go to Columbus.
That's it.
Teams will be coming to you in week 1. Neyland can host a playoff game, and then you can head on to round 2 to take on Utah or Kansas State, Oklahoma State, whoever wins the Big 12.
I just can't picture myself being up north December for the first weekend of the playoffs. Like, I'm having flashbacks of that Mizzou game last year. I don't want any part of that. Like, I can dress warm. I'll be fine. But, like, I just remember how we came out. I don't want to see that.
Yeah. But the other takeaway from the very start of this playoff conversation, at least today, prepare, because I think there's a very good chance we'll get to the second round of the playoffs in college football, and a lot of people are going to be saying, wait a minute, why does the 1 seed have such a tough game compared to what the 5 seeds
Correct. Yep, it's a glitch.
playing?
Yeah, it's a glitch.
We'll continue the conversation, 865-656-9900, if you would like to be a part of it, right here on Josh and Swain.
Unpredictability. It's one of the biggest fears that the everyday person has in today's world. And when you come across it, you don't want to go at it alone. So have a team join you. Stand by your side. That's the team at Fleener Security. 544-9964 or online at FleenerSecurity.com.
When you're preparing for your presentation, what you say matters. Your delivery matters. The quality matters. Your image matters. So trust Image Matters, Knoxville's most respected office technology dealer, to create the image you want. Image Matters is locally owned and operated, offering total document output solutions to fit both your needs and budget. From multifunction printers to production printing, backed by customer service that's second to none. To learn how Image Matters can help you, visit ImageMattersinc.com or call 865-212-3600. Technology you need, people you trust.
The minute folks step into Dollywood in my Smoky Mountains, I want them to fill their hearts with all the beautiful things in this big old world. Dollywood, love every moment.
Plan your visit today at Dollywood.com.
The 14th Annual Goodwill Golf Classic is coming to Avalon Country Club Thursday, August 22nd, featuring University of Tennessee head baseball coach Tony Vitello. Registration and lunch will begin at 11:30, followed by a 1 p.m. shotgun start. This year's tournament also features a $10,000 hole-in-one cash prize contest, and Coach Tony V will be on site to autograph printed pictures. Register your team today at goodwillknoxville.org/golf. Single-player registration and sponsorship opportunities are available.
Hello, friends. This is Kevin Frazier with Frazier's Carpet One. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile, ceramic, or anything for the floor, Frazier's is the name to trust. My great-grandfather Frazier started our flooring business in 1953, and the Frazier family has been proudly covering all of East Tennessee's flooring needs for the more than 70 years since. And you don't stay in business that long without offering value. Frazier's big in-stock selection means buying power muscle, and we pass those savings on to you. Plus, no money down and free financing for 18 months. Only at Frazier's. Call us today, 546-4850, and we'll come to you with free in-home estimates. Everything for the floor from the store you trust more, Frazier's.
Next time you're hauling heavy bottles of water, think, why am I doing this? With an award-winning Connecticut water system from AquaClear, I could make my own clean, fresh water. Better than bottled. Give us a call at 865-694-1725 or find us on the web at aquaclearws.com.
AquaClear will change your water. It'll change your life.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. We're on YouTube today. You can stop by the Sports Animal YouTube channel. watch us live. Keep up with what's happening with Tennessee's press conferences, other content as well. Subscribe when you stop by the 99.1 Sports Animal YouTube channel. Thanks for listening to us on the Sports Animal on AM 640, the Sports Monster. However, wherever you are tuning into today's show, Mike did ask, did you ever get your steaks from Buckeye Terry? He did a couple of steak bets, and I don't think you've dined on Buckeye Terry's dime.
Nope. He has not paid the bet yet.
Still time.
He can drop off some steaks at the house. I mean, not the house, but the station. 2 years to do that. But no, haven't gotten those.
Welcome to August. August 1st it is, the month of the college football kickoff. There will be a Hall of Fame game tonight for the NFL. You're not going to see a bunch of starters out there, but you will see football. Bears and Texans. Alan Bell mentioning at the start of the hour, we get football every Thursday for the next several months now with the Hall of Fame game kickoff tonight. The college football season will include a few games on August 24th, and then Tennessee and everybody else get going August 31st. So 30 days from today.
You got 2 good scrimmages if you're Tennessee that you can use to evaluate. And some of those scrimmages, there's some guys you don't even want touching the field because you can't afford for them to get hurt. And that's weird because how much do you want Cooper Mays out there in the first scrimmage? How much do you want him to do? How much do you want Brew McCoy? How much do you want, some of the other guys?
Dylan Sampson. Eric Kane asked me that yesterday, and I said, I don't know what the exact answer is, but I'm sure that it's not as much for Cooper or for Dylan, for Brew, a couple of others, as a lot of the other guys, because you want to make sure they're ready August 31st.
Like, I don't even want people to stand next to Dylan Sampson.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got to social distance yourself from Dylan Sampson, and you better have some hand sanitizer. If you're even thinking about coming close to Dylan Sampson, I don't want him getting sick. I don't want him getting hurt. I don't want anything happen to Dylan Sampson. Him and Cooper.
Yeah. So for somebody like Dylan, can you create something where maybe he wears it on his waist and it creates some blocker where there's no chance you could step on his ankle, so it goes to the ground. He's got to be able to run himself, but some kind of like curtain.
So he look like Mary Poppins out there? Like with a dress?
Similar, yes. Yeah.
Nah, man, we ain't gonna be doing that.
You put the power tee on it and stuff,
so
it doesn't look weird.
You put the power tee on it, then yeah.
That way it doesn't look strange to others.
Yeah, it look great. Yeah. I'm sure they'll come out with something to where we see these padded helmets, the things you put over the helmet to prevent, head impact. I'm sure in the future we'll see that type of concept with ankles and knees to prevent injuries.
They practiced yesterday and today, take tomorrow off, and they get going again on Saturday, start to ramp things up, I'm sure, from there.
We got 2 minutes left in this segment. I have to say this, Josh.
Okay.
So, Amani Toomer, former Giants receiver.
Yeah, really good player.
He did not like that my quarterback, Caleb Williams, told his teammates to clean up after themselves in the locker room. He's Russell Wilson 2.0. Some rookie comes in and hasn't played one snap. He's wearing fingernail polish, and he's going to come in here and tell me to clean up. Yeah, he's telling you to clean up after yourself. You a grown man. He's a grown man. If you leave in a mess, he's going to tell you to clean up your own mess. What's the problem with that? Nothing.
That's what I tell my small children to do.
He shouldn't have to tell you to clean up after yourself in the first place. So this is what old dudes, man. They old and grumpy. This is what I refuse to do. As I age, I'm not going to be hating on the younger generation. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, isn't the takeaway the opposite? That Caleb Williams came in as he's the adult in the room for a locker room that's probably needed some guidance here with where the Bears franchise has been?
He told dudes to clean up after themselves. Oh, my goodness. How dare that rookie do that? This is good news.
Wide receivers, always starting stuff.
Oh, man. I was shocked when I saw it. How clean or dirty your locker room is pretty indication of the leadership inside your locker room. There's a really good story about that. Ed Reed, Baltimore Ravens. Really good story about that. I encourage people to go check it out.
Monty Toomer. All right, we'll come back. One more hour to go. 865-656-9900 to join on Josh and Swain.
When you have sports mixed with your pop culture, along with humor and celebrity interviews, your earbuds are enjoying The Rich Eisen Show.
Good to see you, Bruce Feldman, the Big 12 landscape. I just know how Dion is, where he's coming from. His wins are measured differently. The question is, as you said, it's got to go from 4 to 8.
I think they can do that. It would be hard not to get better considering how bad they were on the offensive line last year. Now, their schedule actually feels harder this year than it was last year.
Search for The Rich Eisen Show on YouTube or wherever you listen.
They say that good fences make good neighbors, and when it comes to your privacy, Loudoun County Fence is the fencing company East Tennesseans have trusted for over 50 years. Your fence should be durable and stylish. Visit their website at lcfence.com and view all of their great options, from wood privacy to ornamental aluminum fencing. Loudoun County Fence is a family-owned and operated company with over 50 years of experience installing quality fencing in and around Knoxville. They're fully licensed and insured, and their workmanship is guaranteed. For your free estimate, visit lcfence.com.
If you want a great-looking fence or secure entry gate that will stand the test of time, you need to call Stanley Fencing and Gates. Proudly serving East Tennessee since 2000, Stanley Fencing can customize your fence. Just tell Stanley Fencing your idea, and they'll bring it to life, offering chain link, vinyl, aluminum, and wood fencing. They even specialize in secure entry gates to protect your business. For customized fencing and gates backed by a warranty, choose the Stanley Fence family. Call 865-254-3844 or online at stanleyfence.com.
I remember when I was a little boy, and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman, and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy, and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store. Well, we'll even tuck you in.
Hello, friends. This is Kevin Frazier with Frazier's Carpet One. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile, ceramic, or anything for the floor, Frazier's is the name to trust. My great-grandfather Frazier started our flooring business in 1953. And the Frazier family has been proudly covering all of East Tennessee's flooring needs for the more than 70 years since. And you don't stay in business that long without offering value. Frazier's big in-stock selection means buying power muscle, and we pass those savings on to you. Plus, no money down and free financing for 18 months. Only at Frazier's. Call us today, 546-4850, and we'll come to you with free in-home estimates. Everything for the floor from the store you trust more, Frazier's.
Matlock Tire has a reputation for being a little bit old school. They're proud to be known for their outstanding hometown customer service. They've been doing things that way for over 60 years. Matlock now offers new modern conveniences, such as family-friendly waiting areas, online appointment scheduling, and you can even shop for tires and see their current stock right from your computer or smartphone. They invite you to stop in to one of their convenient 5 locations, or come see them online at matlocktireservice.com. Modern convenience, hometown service, Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair.
Matlock Tire.
This is WNML FM Friendsville, WNML AM Knoxville, Cumulus Media Stations, broadcasting worldwide from the Budweiser Studios. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Jim Rome with a Sports Minute. Something tells me Jackson Holliday is going to make his return to Major League Baseball. Stick for a long time this time. This guy steps up to the plate against Toronto and with one swing of the bat, announced his return. A grand slam that went about 900 feet. A moonshot that left the ballpark altogether. I'm Jim Rome.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
You've got to watch your NFL team every Sunday, and Verizon's got you covered for all your team's out-of-market games every Sunday afternoon. Come on! From kickoff to sign-off, from first downs and touchdowns to turnovers and overturned plays.
After review, the pass was incomplete.
Nice! Let's go! This season, win every Sunday with Verizon. Get a great deal on NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV and a new phone. Excludes digital-only games. Terms and embargoes apply.
Zero Res carpet cleaning's the right way to clean. ZeroResKnoxville.com.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Life's troubles aren't always fun, but there's a law group in town who will help you get them done. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
This is Josh and Swain. We begin the third hour of today's show. Thank you for hanging out with us. Tyler and Will take over at 3 o'clock on the sports animal side. They will be at Moonshine Mountain Cookie. They'll have a big announcement this afternoon. Free cookie day, so stop by. Say hello to Tyler and Will. Say something bad about their teams that they pull for. The professional ranks. They like the New York teams up there.
Why?
Couldn't tell you. So stop by, grab a free cookie, and say something bad about the Mets to Tyler Ivins. Have yourself a nice little afternoon.
Which one?
The Farragut, Moonshine Mountain.
That's a nice location out there.
Fresh air and tasty cookies. Can't beat that.
I cannot disagree with that at all.
Andy says put Dylan Sampson in the Pope Mobile. Ride him around, keep him safe.
Yeah, I miss seeing coaches in the golf cart. Like, my favorite is seeing Josh Heupel with the backwards hat. See, I don't see that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing cooler than Josh Heupel in the backwards hat. I want to see Josh Heupel in the backwards hat and inside the golf cart. Lean back on him. Doing donuts. That's all I want to see.
We're talking about coaches that could drop some bars. What about Josh Heupel?
I don't know, man. I don't know if a brother from South Dakota has any lyrical skills. I'm sorry. That is not on the bingo card.
What about Hype and Dalton Connect as a rap duo?
Yeah, I don't know if that was going to sell any copies.
Okay.
Or get any streams or any plays. I don't know. But I'm willing.
The Beastie Boys, they could be the Dakota Boys.
I'm open. I'm open to taking a listen to it, see how it is.
Sure.
Hey, speaking of Dalton Connect, you see how he's leaning into the Connect 4?
They did a Connect 4 game. I saw that he played. Yep. He's signing Connect 4 boxes, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Lean on into it, Dalton Connect. The best place ever he could do it outside of New York.
Yeah, there's some marketing opportunities in L.A.
Oh, heck yeah, man.
Hey, David asked this question.
Okay.
Does Vegas have Tennessee at 8.5 wins with their over-under win total because of potential injuries? Like what if something happens to Cooper Mays or Dylan Sampson or because of Nico's inexperience or a potential Nico injury? Why is Tennessee at 8.5 wins? I've seen Tennessee at 8.5 or 9 here in the last couple of days.
Where are they 8.5-point favorites? Well, book, I need to put some money on that.
So 8.5 on their win total?
Yeah, I got to take the over on that one all day.
Yeah, so DraftKings and FanDuel have both had 8.5 recently. BetMGM yesterday had 9. I was looking at this yesterday. So now the juice is on the over. So the expected side in that scenario, if I'm saying that correctly, the more likely scenario is going over at 9 if the number's at 8.5. Now, at MGM, where it was 9, the under was minus 130. So, because in that scenario, to win the bet, they'd have to go 10-2. To win the bet at 8.5, they have to go 9-3. So they have to win 10 games in the MGM scenario. But yeah, the common number I've seen here in the last week or so has been 8.5.
Yeah, I'm over on that one. All day.
So I told you about this. Eric Kane asked me a question on Locked On Vols when I stopped by there yesterday, a little Ward Wednesday action. And it was a question I believe he said came from their chat on VolQuest.
Okay.
So he brought the question to me and wanted to see what my answer was.
Yeah,
the question was, which would surprise me more? If Nico won the Heisman, he would have to win it, not just get invited. If Nico won the Heisman Trophy, or if Tennessee went 8-4, which would I be more surprised by? So that's one way of asking which is more likely, I think. But which would surprise me more? And I said, well, I'd be more surprised to see Nico win the Heisman Trophy. That wasn't to say he can't win it or that he won't have a chance. But my immediate thought was, well, Tennessee's never had a Heisman Trophy winner. They just went 8-4 last season, which is more surprising, I would say, winning the Heisman Trophy. Then I thought about those odds. The books are saying the over-under is 8.5 or 9. If you looked at the MGM, it was minus 130 on them going 8-4 or worse. Nico is 15-1 to win the Heisman. But I know that there was some pushback on my answer to that question. Was I wrong in that? I'm not saying Nico can't win the Heisman, but which is more likely, I would say, Tennessee going 8-4 because a number of scenarios. That is outside the quarterback position. There was also the part of the 8-4, and that people would then say Nico, he was overrated in July and August. If Tennessee goes 8-4, people are going to say that about the quarterback, I think. But was I wrong in that scenario?
No, man.
Okay.
I mean, Tennessee's never had a Heisman Trophy winner. You had Peyton Manning. You had Hendon Hooker that lit the world on fire the year that they were in the running. Tennessee is a top 10, top 15 program in all-time wins, but yet no Heisman Trophy winner. And we have to play Vanderbilt late in the season, which is like the worst.
That's an underrated part of trying to put together your Heisman resume.
Yeah, I mean, that's the worst scenario. Ohio State's playing Michigan. Bama's playing Auburn. All these good teams are playing pretty good teams in rivalry week. We got to play Vanderbilt.
Does Nico and Tennessee, do they need to beat Georgia for him to win the Heisman?
Yes.
The reason I say that is because that's also late. If they've lost to Georgia and then they play Vanderbilt, which is not going to help you make up any ground, would that hurt the Heisman case?
Yes. I mean, if you play late and you don't have a good performance, then you can kiss the Heisman goodbye, especially if the race is close. But with Hendon losing to Georgia, he had opportunity to still win the Heisman if it wasn't for, the injury and the performance before the injury. But this question is easy to me. I mean, I'll be more surprised if Tennessee had a Heisman Trophy winner, period.
Yeah, I think that applies to pretty much everybody. Winning the Heisman's really difficult. Those are long odds for everybody.
Heck yeah, man. I mean, one bad injury, some bad luck here or there, you could be 8-4. I mean, Alabama a couple of years ago, 2 plays was 2 losses.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 games.
Yep, and Bryce was out.
Yeah, so
I'm not a hater, at least for that reason.
Why would you be a hater?
That's a good question.
What if you would have said you would be more surprised if Tennessee went 8-4? Then that would make you a Nico hater.
Well, that would make me the sunshine pumper, right? If I think winning a Heisman Trophy is more likely than 8-4.
That's right. Yeah. But I mean, either way you look at it, there's room to criticize you.
I don't think there's any doubt there.
And if it's just weird, it's just weird to me. I thought it was pretty.
I would probably rephrase the question. What's more, which would be more surprising? Tennessee goes 7-5, because that's a fall off. 8-4 is a repeat of last season, at least in the result. 7-5 for a Heisman Trophy. That would make me think more, because I don't think they're going 7-5. I don't think they're winning less than 8 games unless injury occurs.
Yeah, I would be
big
floored.
Injury.
I would be surprised, shocked all those adjectives if Tennessee only wins 7 games.
Yeah.
In the regular season, yeah. That would be crazy.
Chip wants to know in the text box, what is the age limit on wearing a backwards hat?
There's no age limit. There's no age limit.
I agree with that.
Dude, you can be old as dirt and wear a backwards hat and still look cool.
Mm-hmm.
I know some folks they're just totally against backward hats, but backward hats.
Yeah, I think
cool.
the backwards hat thing is more of a personal philosophy, not an age thing.
Yeah. Yeah, some people can pull it off, some people can't. But if you can pull it off, hey, do it. Josh Heupel pulls it off very well. He looks really cool in his. One thing I noticed at practice.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing with it.
He does. He does. Like, if you're a quarterback, you gotta be able to rock the backwards hat. You just have to. And when you're playing football as a quarterback, you know how hard it is to throw with a forward hat? The bill's all in the way of your vision. You gotta have the backwards hat. It's only right.
If I'm getting shots up at Fort Sanders, got to turn the hat back.
You have to.
You can't be shooting with it front forward.
You can't. It's like shooting blind. You can't do that. So, you got to wear the backwards hat. No age limit, Chip. So, here in about, 5 years when you're 55, you had to still wear a backwards hat. Sorry, Chip. I know you're not that old. I'm just kidding.
By the way, age is just a number anyway. John says, I'm 50, no age limit. Totally agree.
Yeah, John rocking that backwards hat.
Turn it around, John.
Yeah, turn it around, man. There's a time and place for the backwards hat, but
totally agree on that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a backwards hat.
One of the, I think he's kept it going. One of the Colin Cowherd takes is that you can't trust a quarterback if he wears his hat backwards. I think in any scenario, but definitely press conferences.
My goodness.
It's a sign that you don't have the maturity, the leadership needed.
Wow.
At this point, he's leaned into the bit, I think, but he carried it strong with Tony Romo when he was the Cowboys quarterback.
Hey, he had a whole conversation today about Joe Milton.
Joe Milton, the buzz continues in New England.
That's right. Be careful, Patriots fan. Be careful. Be careful. That seems like a soap opera up there, the quarterback situation. You drafted 1 in the first round, 1 in the 6th round, and the 6th round quarterback is right now better. That does not sound, and I hate that for both quarterbacks because that's Boston. Y'all know how nasty Boston fans can be?
Nasty.
Like, I know Joe was at Michigan and Joe's at Tennessee. Joe ain't seen nothing in terms of criticism like he's going to see at Boston if he is not, playing well and doing his thing. I don't care if he's a 6th round pick or not. Like, they don't play about that football stuff up there. They expect winners. So I hope for Joe's sake that he goes out and plays well, because they're brutal up there.
It's also very early. Preseason games haven't taken place. They'll have to go out there and do something at some point.
Listen, man.
Plus, there's Brissett.
When we hear about a quarterback having the edge at this stage of the game in NFL, it's usually real.
So I did get asked this question. Well, we can maybe carry it over to the next segment, but I got asked, actually ponder it for a moment. But the question was, do you think Joe Milton will start a game this season for the New England Patriots? 865-656-9900 if you would like to join us. We continue on Josh and Swain.
It's Tennessee over Texas A&M. The final score. Ball 6, Aggies 5. The dream has come true. This is Tennessee baseball.
Your station for the Tennessee Volunteers. 99.1, the sports animal.
The minute folks step into Dollywood, I want them to feel the wonder of my Smoky Mountains. and to fill their hearts with all the good and beautiful things in this big old world, and to cherish all the little moments they get to be together.
Enjoy thrilling rides, award-winning entertainment, and delicious new seasonal flavors. Plan your visit at Dollywood.com.
Dollywood. Love every moment.
You're invited to the 5th Annual Dragon Baseball Golf Classic Saturday, August 3rd at Tennessee Centennial Golf Course in Oak Ridge. The $400 team fee includes the 4-person player fee, cart rental, lunch, and t-shirt. There will be trophies, door prizes, hole-in-one giveaways, and more. Sponsor packages are also available to support Clinton Dragons baseball. Saturday, August 3rd at Tennessee Centennial Golf Course in Oak Ridge. For more information and to register, email dragonsbaseball1903@gmail.com.
It should be easy to find a local plumber, right? Plumber near me.
Hey there, we can help you.
Weird. These are all big companies.
Excuse me, we're a plumbing company 2 miles away. Hello?
Well, it is what it is. Guess I'll dial that 1-800 number.
Can she seriously not see us?
No, they can't see you because you're buried deep in the list of local plumbers. You're invisible online. Introducing Cumulus Boost. Get a boost. Get found. Get on the map. Learn more at cumulusboost.com.
Hi, this is Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you have a house and want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me, 865-500-3711. I pay cash and close as quickly as you'd like. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and any location. I buy several houses per month and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorced houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. If you own a house that is in rough shape and needs thousands of dollars in repairs, great, because I love buying these houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosure houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711 with ProSource Home Buyers.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store. Well, we'll even tuck you in.
What if you could get a 365 days comfort guarantee to adjust the firmness or softness of your mattress? What if you could get a 2-sided flippable mattress at factory direct pricing? What if it came with a warranty of up to 20 years? What if you could watch your mattress being handmade right here in the Knoxville factory? You can at Brothers Bedding Mattress Factory. Brothers Bedding understands what it means to be local, high quality, excellent service, and a name you can trust for over 85 years. BrothersBedding.com.
Free on the radio, free on the app, free on our website. You can hear 99.1 The Sports Animal free anytime, anywhere. Josh and Swain on 99.1 The Sports Animal. Once again, voted one of the top 25 sports midday shows in America by Barrett Sports Media.
We're back on Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Joey texted us, I just turned it on. What did I miss about Joe Milton? So there have been some really positive reports from the Boston media about how Joe Milton has performed. Ben Volen writing that Joe Milton has outperformed Drake May, their early first-round pick. So there is some Joe Milton buzz you can easily find on social media, the clips of him doing backflips, which gets a lot of talk.
The people love backflips. Man.
Love the backflip.
Stop treating Joe like a circus animal, man. I can't stand it.
I saw a video that said there's Drake May's arm strength, and then there is Joe Milton arm strength.
I think his arm got stronger. Did you see that throw?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw the ball leave the camera. It looked like a Michael Vick doctored throw.
I was like,
It's
what?
Kind of what it looked like.
Yeah, it was impressive.
David texted in the Mayo and Joe show in New England as VFL Gerard Mayo is the head coach. So I had somebody ask me yesterday, do you think Joe Milton will start a game for the Patriots this season? If you had to say yes or no, they play 17 of them. You also have Jacoby Brissett, veteran QB, who's in place. Yes or no, 1 out of 17 will one of them at least be started by Joe Milton this season.
I'm going to say yes. I'm nervous with Joe. I really am. I don't know if he's ready or not. I hope he is. I'm rooting for him. I just saw him in Tennessee the last 2 years. And during the 2 years in Tennessee, at one point I thought to myself, oh, he would be starting as a rookie. NFL, I just didn't think that. But that means he's gotten better, which is always possible. He always had the physical talent. And if he's gotten better and if he's ready to be in that position and he's ready to seize the moment, man, I'm happy for him and hope he does it. But I just hate the idea of him going out there as a rookie and all these hopes and dreams are on him because they've had poor quarterback play and they brought in 2 guys and fans get excited. We have done this. We've done it with every quarterback since I can remember. When you get tired of one quarterback, you get the new one and you put all these expectations on them.
It's a tell as old as time.
Oh, man, can't wait to see Jonathan Crompton. Oh, I hate Crompton. What about the next guy? Oh, man, I'm ready for Dobbs to get out of here, man. He's just not accurate enough. It ain't Jared Garantano. Oh, I hate Jared Garantano. Like, it ain't just Tennessee fans. It's sports fans. It's football fans. So that's what makes me nervous about Joe going out there. With the rookie head coach, I don't care if it's VFL or not, with the roster that offensively is lacking some weapons, especially at the wide receiver position. Just a little nervous, that's all.
My answer, by the way, was no. I'm still not a believer that that's how it's going to play out.
So you think Jacoby Brissett's going to start every game? Because, they can get hurt. It's football. That's what I was factoring in. Like, if healthy, then I think Jacoby Brissett should be the starter. But, like, if he putters around, man, and sputters and putters around and the offense is not looking good, they're going to be calling for a change. And if Joe is performing better than Drake May, you can't play Drake May just because he's the higher draft pick. You got to play the guy that's been better. So you better hope Jacoby Brissett, if he's healthy, he balls out. Because if he's not, then they're going to go to a rookie quarterback.
No, I don't think Jacoby Brissett will start all 17 games.
So what are you saying here?
I'm saying they're going to go to the guy that was drafted number 3 overall.
Even though he's not better than the guy they drafted 6 overall?
Well, part of my thinking there is that I'm skeptical over the next, let's say, 4 weeks, 5 weeks before the season begins.
You think Joe going to cough it up, give it back to Drake May? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I knew something was up, Josh.
Yeah,
I knew something was up. If Joe got the lead right now and you don't think he's going to start, you need to let me know what the root thought is here. And that's you thinking that Drake May's going to take it over again.
think that there will be a step back from Joe.
Okay.
And I think that the question of who is better will be in the gray area enough to where they'll say, we've invested in Drake May, and that's a literal statement. We're going to give him the first shot. And if he plays well, we stick with him. If he doesn't, then we have a decision to make. But if they go to a rookie quarterback, which I would bet on happening at some point, I think it's the guy they drafted number 3 overall, not a guy that they took near the end of the draft.
Can't do that. Gerard Mayo is Bill Belichick-esque. He is a hard hat type of guy. You earn what you get. That he's a first-year head coach. You have to establish that type of mentality inside your program, inside your franchise, in your locker room, that if you're better than the next guy, you're going to play. That's what Pete Carroll did with the Seahawks when Matt Flynn came in there and was going to make all this money because he looked all great in the place of Brett Favre or Aaron Rodgers one day with the Packers. And Russell Wilson was a rookie quarterback, the 3rd round, and they played him because he was better. Brock Purdy, same way. The 49ers. You play the guy that's the best, that's doing the best. It's the reason why those franchises had chances to win Super Bowls. That's what you do. You think the Patriots are going to fall and do some Raiders-type stuff? That's what the Raiders would do. That's what the Raiders would do, Josh.
Hold on now.
You know I'm right. That's what they would do. No, we're not going to play a better guy. We're going to play the guy we drafted higher. No, you play the better guy.
2 things. 1, did you miss the memo in the first hour about no Raiders talking the show anymore? We're not talking about it.
No. I didn't miss it. You missed it because you talked about it more than me.
We're only talking pre-2002 when it comes to Raiders football, okay? That's the new policy of the show. Number 2, you mentioned Brock Purdy and the 49ers. Who was the starter at the beginning of the season? It was Trey Lance.
Yeah.
And then he got hurt.
Yeah.
And it took a couple of injuries. Garoppolo went back in. Trey Lance wasn't better than Jimmy Garoppolo, and we found out later in the season he wasn't better than Brock Purdy. But Trey Lance was, I think, the number 3 pick.
He was drafted pretty high.
Mm-hmm. So he got the first shot. And I think that's what the
Patriots
Patriots will do
He's
too.
a good practice player. He's a good practice player.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like your tone right now, Josh. I'll tell you that right now. I don't like your tone. I don't like how you're sitting in the chair, how you lean forward. You look pretty aggressive. You need to tone it down a little bit.
All of a sudden, get the number 1 overall pick and a generational talent in Caleb Williams. Start strutting your stuff, NFL style, a little bit more around here.
Joe Milton.
During the last pick, you told me to clean up after myself.
Joe Milton, start quarterback of the Patriots.
I would love to see him succeed as an NFL quarterback, but I am admittedly very skeptical.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous too.
We've made the Texans comparison. New coach comes in, D'Amico Ryans, Gerard Mayo, and he's on staff, but new head coach. Young quarterback comes in. We'll see who the new young quarterback is. C.J. Stroud was great. They also put talent around C.J. Stroud. They drafted really well. Tank Dell, great pick. Nico Collins has turned into a really good player.
Baller.
They drafted a couple of receivers that are exciting talent-wise. Polk from Washington, Javon Baker from UCF. He talks a big game. I'm going to be the best receiver out of the draft. Let's see if there's more talent there to work with, if they can protect, if they can run the ball. That's a more winning scenario for whoever's in that quarterback position. But it's a long way to go. It's August 1st.
Yeah.
So to your question, am I expecting some kind of step back from the reports we're seeing right now from Joe or about Joe? Yeah, I think that we will. But I'll be pulling for him. I would love to see him do well in the NFL.
Me too.
It's been brought up a couple times how crazy it would be to see Joe start before Hendon.
That would be wild. And that's likely at this stage.
Right now.
Yeah, it's more likely.
Nobody's talking about that with Hendon in Detroit.
There's a wide gap between Goff and Hooker. That gap is not as wide in Boston. Joe Milton closing it every day, especially if he keep doing those circus tricks for the people. Hey, Joe, do that backflip. Here's some fruit. Throw it. throw it as far as you can. Here's an apple. Throw it.
Have they had him throw like a can of chowder up there?
Yeah. Here, start juggling some fruit and just start throwing it. It'll be the starter before you know it, man.
Hey, if he gets a commercial out of it, more power to him.
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah, man.
We'll come back 30 minutes to go. We have an attaboy to hand out. Still more football conversation. Connect with us, 865-656-9900, right here on Josh and Swain.
To receive breaking news on the Tennessee Vols, text the word Vols to 865-656-9900. That's VOLS to 865-656-9900.
Johnson, I've been reading about this geofencing. Know anything about it?
Yeah, boss. We use geofencing through Cumulus Digital to help drive our sales.
How does it work?
We pick precise locations, and whenever a customer enters that location, they see our ads.
That's what I thought.
CumulusDigital.com.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
Team USA won the gold medal in the men's four-man rowing competition for the first time since 1960 when it defeated New Zealand and Britain on the 2,000-meter course to claim the top spot. Nick Mead, Michael Grady, Liam Corrigan, and Justin Best were the four rowers who led Team USA to its first gold in more than 6 decades. In the NBA, Gordon Hayward has announced his retirement from professional basketball after 14 seasons in the league. He was a top 10 pick to the Utah Jazz back in 2010, where he spent 7 seasons before signing with the Boston Celtics. He also spent time in Charlotte and Oklahoma City. He was an all-star selection in 2017. Native Design and Hardscape is Knoxville's premier landscaping and hardscape designer. They're ready to turn your home or business outdoor space into reality. Your new outdoor space awaits. Native Design and Hardscape, making backyard dreams come true. Schedule a consultation today at nativetn.com. I'm Joel Silverberg.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
O'Reilly. Need a little help? O'Reilly Auto Parts can help. Need advice? We've got advice. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Exceptional customer service. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hello, friends. This is Kevin Frazier with Frazier's Carpet One. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile, ceramic, or anything for the floor, Frazier's is the name to trust. My great-grandfather Frazier started our flooring business in 1953, and the Frazier family has been proudly covering all of East Tennessee's flooring needs for the more than 70 years since. And you don't stay in business that long without offering value. Frazier's big in-stock selection means buying power muscle, and we pass those savings on to you. Plus, no money down and free financing for 18 months. Only at Frazier's. Call us today, 546-4850, and we'll come to you with free in-home estimates. Everything for the floor from the store you trust more, Frazier's.
Hi, this is Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you have a house and want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me, 865-500-3711. I pay cash and close as quickly as you'd like. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, in any location. I buy several houses per month and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorced houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that is in rough shape that needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying these houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosure houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711 with ProSource Home Buyers.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store. Well, we'll even tuck you in.
This report is sponsored by Tire Rack. Nearly 3,000 teen drivers die in car crashes each year. Tire Rack Street Survival is designed to save lives. The one-day hands-on driving school gives teens experience in car control through exercises that include emergency braking and skid recovery. Find a class near you at TireRack.com/survive.
Tracking rounds of heavy rain and storms for our Thursday afternoon, a high near 91. Overnight, we fall down to 75 with lingering showers. More spotty to scattered storms for our Friday afternoon, a high reaching near 91. Down to 71 headed into Saturday. Saturday, more rounds of storms, a high near 89. Have a great day. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Kyle Granger.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Farragut at 865-675-3999.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Whether you're facing divorce, injury, or any legal strife has come your way, there's one call to make to Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Hey, I'm Ball for Life, Bobby Scott, and we're counting it down. It's just
30 days until
it's football time in Tennessee.
This countdown to kickoff is brought to you by Knoxville TVA Employees Credit Union. People helping people since 1934.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Feels good to have August here. Feels like the wait for football is over-ish. We get a game tonight. The Hall of Fame game. The Bears and the Texans. Tennessee practiced again today. Morning practices, so 2 days are complete. They'll be off tomorrow and then hit the ground running again this weekend to really take off. Then we'll get close to scrimmage time, start to get some separation, get some things figured out from the coaching staff standpoint. They want to see those scrimmages, right, to have a better idea of who they're going to trust come August 31st.
I don't know how much they like scrimmages. I think on one hand you really like it because it's real football, but on the other hand, man, you are scared to death.
I wondered if that was where you were going.
Scared to death. Because you can't be good without playing real football. But you get hurt sometimes playing real football. And you can't be good with hurt players who are good. So, yeah, you're scared to death.
That's why you want to build more depth.
Correct. But you can have a lot of depth, but you still don't want your best player in that position to get hurt. And that's, I think, the fear. Any coach. But scrimmages, at the end of the day, you gotta do them. You gotta play real football. You gotta give guys opportunity to show off. Like, if Hendon Hooker had an opportunity to have a real scrimmage, the quarterbacks were live, he would have started day one in Tennessee probably. So if you don't have them, how do we know how great Peyton Lewis is going to be in open field versus Deshaun Bishop? Like, how do we know that? Like, when Montario Hardage was a freshman and was making dudes miss, we knew that day he going to be special. You couldn't tell that in 7-on-7. You couldn't tell that routes versus air, 9 versus 8, half line drill. You can't tell that. We could tell in 11-on-11, real football.
Does anybody come to mind? Was there a freshman that you were most confident when you first saw him that they could play in the SEC besides the mirror?
Montario, Aaron Sears, Meacham before he had the surgeries.
Why are you laughing?
Because he had knee surgery and he had a hurt shoulder. And so he had crutches and an arm sling. And so like his arm sling had this like joystick on it. It was hilarious. Like, what kind of sling is that? Like, it was like a crutch with the arm sling. It's like they built it
so that he could help maneuver since his arm was immobile.
Yeah, it was hilarious. That's why I was laughing. Freshman. Those are the ones that come to mind. Yeah, those right there. I remember seeing Crumpton as a freshman. It's like, okay, yeah, I like the way he throws. He throws a good ball. He always threw a spiral. It was very, very catchable. I had that feeling about Crumpton when I saw him.
A day one guy, and I mean it literally day one, being able to go the first day of practice that I remember seeing and immediately thought, well, he can play, was Dayrick Rogers. He made a play on it was just route on the air, but where the way he turned, he caught a terrible throw and came down with it. And I thought, no question about his ability to play in the SEC. I was right about that part. He had some other stuff that I guess eventually he wasn't able to overcome, but he played in the NFL because of that ability.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he was awesome to watch. Man, he was blessed with so much talent, and he was fearless on that football field. I'm trying to think of a freshman when I was a senior, but I just wasn't really paying attention to freshmen like that. And I don't think we had a lot of them that were out there playing anyways. I would throw in Gerard Mayo when he was wearing a 53. It's like, yeah, he's pretty good now. But knew he was redshirting. So, as a former player going up there and watching the first day or so, watching freshmen, I remember seeing Derek Barnett.
Mm.
I was like,
that 14 class.
Yeah, he looks different.
Yeah,
he looks a lot different. I throw in Demetrius Morley. Yeah, Demetrius Morley is a freshman. Yeah. My man was laughing.
He was in 05.
Yeah, Demetrius Morley was laughing during one-on-ones versus, like, starting receivers. He was different. Demetrius Morley actually more gifted and talented than Eric Berry.
Yeah, I'm looking at the 06 class quickly. That was your senior year.
Okay.
And it probably wasn't a class of obvious, like, day one guys. So one of the top-rated players in that class, a guy who ended up being a good player, really good player, and an NFL guy. So there's no doubt he was going to – but day one, I don't know how you could tell. Jock McClendon, he came into that class. I mean, he's so strong, but it's tough to tell with linemen, probably, right? So
yeah, it was tough to tell.
It's tough to tell, I'd say, with most players at that position. If I'm talking day one, he had to develop like most guys, and he sure did. He was a really good player. But, Lee Smith ends up being an NFL guy, but he ended up leaving the program and ended up having a terrific NFL career. So that's a class that, probably just LaMarcus Thompson was a good linebacker for Tennessee. It's honestly a class that didn't produce a lot of big-time future players.
I didn't host recruits that year as a senior.
Okay.
I mean, a little correlation there, just saying.
Not passing blame, are we, here on the show? Jason Swain, VFL, former
Tennessee
Tennessee wide receiver.
Should have had me as a host. We would have had a top 5 class like the year before.
Yeah.
Year before's class was pretty good. 04 class is pretty good. Just saying, man. Just saying.
You said it.
That's what I'm here for.
We'll come back. Final segment of Josh and Swain coming up next. We'll hand out that attaboy wrap thing from today's show here on Josh and Swain.
Philo's got a world of entertainment for you to explore with just one subscription. Sign up today and start watching all the networks you love, like A&E, MTV, Discovery, Lifetime, Hallmark Channel, and so much more. Featuring current seasons of all the best drama, true crime, reality, and family-friendly shows you can't afford to miss. And with up to 3 streams at once, you'll never have to fight about what to watch. Get started today and unlock our library of over 75,000 movies and shows, and save all your favorites with the unlimited DVR so you can rewatch them anytime, anywhere for up to a year. Philo now includes access to AMC Plus. You can discover your next obsession from its collection of hit originals like Mad Men, The Walking Dead, Killing Eve, Orphan Black, and tons of blockbuster movies. There are no contracts, no commitments, and no hassles. For just $28 a month, Philo's a better way to watch TV. So what are you waiting for? Visit philo.tv and sign up today to start your 7-day free trial. That's philo.tv.
Hello, friends. This is Kevin Frazier with Frazier's Carpet One. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile, ceramic, or anything for the floor, Frazier's is the name to trust. My great-grandfather Frazier started our flooring business in 1953, and the Frazier family has been proudly covering all of East Tennessee's flooring needs for the more than 70 years since. And you don't stay in business that long without offering value. Frazier's big in-stock selection means buying power muscle, and we pass those savings on to you. Plus, no money down and free financing for 18 months. Only at Frazier's. Call us today, 546-4850, and we'll come to you with free in-home estimates. Everything for the floor from the store you trust more, Frazier's.
Hi, this is Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you have a house and want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me, 865-500-3711. I pay cash and close as quickly as you'd like. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, in any location. I buy several houses per month and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorced houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that is in rough shape and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying these houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosure houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711 with ProSource Home Buyers.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman, and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy, and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store. Well, we'll even tuck you in.
Listening to us on the air. Free. Listening on the app. Free. Listening on our website. Free. No subscription required. Just free sports talk.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Good text, day one guy. I remember this player, he enrolled early, and they brought him to the recruiting signing day celebration, I think at the Tennessee Theater, Trey Smith. And day one he was playing, for sure. So
he was a day one guy.
I don't remember anything specifically about literal day one on the practice field, but I remember initially what he was doing, and that was showing, yeah, he belongs, and he's going to be one of the better players out there on the offensive line. So, yeah, Trey Smith, he's in the, day one Hall of Fame probably. Eric Berry's probably a day one Hall of Famer for anybody who might have been there. Day one starter.
Special dude, man.
Yeah.
Special guy. Golly. It's hard to come into the SEC as a freshman on the offensive line and be a day one guy. Ian Sears, Trey Smith, those are the last two that I can remember. I know Wanye Morris and Darnell Wright was kind of thrust into that position, but they were not like Trey Smith and Aaron Sears.
Mm-hmm.
They wound up being really good players. They're playing on Sundays now, but wasn't dominant like those two.
Yeah, Juwan James maybe more in that category. He started on the right side, and they also had a need,
good.
but I mean, he's a first-round pick in the NFL. He was a big-time talent. And then, the day one Hall of Fame, Jamal Lewis is probably a day one Hall of Famer from everything I hear about when he shows up on campus. Like, what?
Day one.
He's from high school?
Yep.
David asked, has Swain caught passes from Nico?
I dream about it every night. Every night. I wake up in a cold sweat. Dang, it's just a dream.
So Swain and a bunch of 11-year-olds in East Tennessee are having the same dreams, just wanting to catch passes from Nico.
Yep. What's that next NIL event where Nico's throwing passes to kids? I'm going to show up. Move, kid. Push one down. Get out of the way. My time. I'm living out my dreams, catching balls from Nico. And those receivers, they got it good. They got it good, man. I was watching the other day. Ball just hitting them all in the hands. Just catchable passes after catchable passes. Nice and soft. Right there, the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, just perfect passes.
Yeah, he's got the arm, but we're not having the conversation about he has to figure out how to take something off. He knows what he's doing at every level.
Yeah.
Where to put it, how to deliver it. Hey, we hand out attaboys and attagirls every day on the show. We haven't yet today, but
do it.
This is a story of a great career, but it's partly about what he overcame the odds at first and then in the middle of his career. So Gordon Hayward announced his retirement. Time can move quickly. He spent 14 seasons in the NBA. And, yeah, I guess in today's terms, you're 34 years old, I think he is. Yeah, 34. Still pretty young. Could keep going. But so his story includes going to Butler where, okay, nice program. He could be a nice college player.
Mm-hmm.
He ends up being a terrific college player. He has a shot that almost becomes what would have been maybe the greatest shot in college basketball history, the half-court heave to try to beat Duke, and it almost went down. It would have been one of the great upsets of all time with one of the great shots to win it. He had that moment, and then he goes on to the NBA where, again, people thought, okay, he's going to be a good NBA player. He gets to Utah and becomes a baller, gets a big-time deal in Boston, then immediately suffers a gruesome injury, is able to come back and play several seasons for Boston, for Charlotte, finished his time this past season with the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a tremendous career. He calls it quits today. I'm sure that he had plans to be playing beyond today, but physically things got tougher for him as he got older, understandably so. So an attaboy to Gordon Hayward. We hand him out every day thanks to the Native Nursery on a terrific career.
You know who that is? That's Father Time.
He's knocking?
When he's knocking, you better answer. It is time to hang him up. And before, hanging him up, he made some money.
His career earnings were $272 million.
Goodness gracious.
And I asked you what you thought he made, and you guessed higher. And I kind of thought initially, was that it? 272? Because we're seeing guys like Franz Wagner just signed 5 years for like 225 with the Orlando Magic. The number's about to skyrocket. But he spent 14 seasons in the NBA. He beat the odds, I think, from college to the NBA. He overcame a serious injury. It was his first game with the Celtics after the big free agent signing. They had brought in Kyrie. They were going to get things going, and they weren't, at least with Gordon. He came back and was able to play for them for a few seasons. But Gordon Hayward, terrific career. He called it quits today, so we hand him an attaboy on the career that he had. We hand out attaboys and attagirls every day thanks to the Native Nursery, open for contractors and landscapers, your one-stop destination offering quality wholesale plants, trees, and landscaping materials. That includes boulders, flagstone, mulch, and more. They'll even take your leaves and hardscape waste for a low flat rate. If you're a contractor or landscaper, make the Native Nursery your go-to location today. 3473 Louisville Road, 5 minutes from Pellissippi off the Topside Road exit. Great company, local company. The Native Nursery, open for contractors and landscapers. Swain will be back tomorrow. It'll be a Friday. We'll have the weekend upon us. We'll have an NFL game to react to. Good luck to your Bears tonight.
Yeah, right.
In the Hall of Fame game, I'll be pulling for them.
Dude, I don't care what happens in the game. As long as everyone's healthy, I'm good, man. I don't need to win this game. I'm all right.
No Caleb tonight.
No Caleb tonight. That's why I don't care.
Tyler Badgett be
oh,
going.
Yeah.
Played some last year. Be the number 2 guy going in for the Bears, so I think he'll start for Chicago.
No Tyler Bray? He's done playing, huh?
He's done.
Okay.
He's done.
He made some money as a backup.
He did.
He parlayed, but let's do it again tomorrow.
Okay, we will try. Joel Silverberg, we appreciate you hanging out with us. We appreciate everybody listening on both 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster. On the Sports Animal side, coming up at 3 o'clock, Tyler and Will be at Moonshine Mountain Cookies in Farragut. They will have a big announcement for you that they'll tell you about here in just a few minutes. Free cookie day. Stop by, grab a free cookie there in Farragut. I'll be doing that. Fresh air, free cookies. Can't beat that deal. We'll see you tomorrow at noon. Thanks for hanging out with us today right here on Josh and Swain.
The big dog of heating and cooling is now looking for